Live from the Toad Hop Network studios
in Hollywood.
This
is the ToadHopNetwork.com.
A place of our own without a lot of parents peering down our backs.
radio worth watching.
And here we go.
Uh-oh. It is not Christian Harloff in the seat this evening, ladies and gentlemen. What is that sound?
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is fitting.
For those of you not fans of the greatest fraternity movie ever made, this is the theme to Animal House. Josh the Intern is not a fan, but that's all right. One day we will convert that man to enjoy 80s movies. It's so perfect. All right, I'm Josh Macuga in Christian's chair tonight for the Toad Hop on the Toad Hop Network for the Schmoes Know podcast. To my right, the handsome, we call him Facty McFacterson, but I like to go by his proper name, Mr. Mark Reilly.
Thank you very much, Josh Macuga.
God, you look good tonight, dude.
Oh, you look great. This feels good. I'm in
feel
Ellis's
good.
spot. You're in Harloff's spot.
And sitting in for Tiffany Smith, who
Not
has never
so
looked
hot.
more attractive.
Downgrade.
Josh the Intern, Josh Tabby, welcome to the program. God, it's good to see you guys. I'm really excited about this show. Twitter was a buzz all day today. Facebook was a buzz. Our usuals are they were excited, they were worried. I think Christian right now is looking at his watch, wondering if we have burned this place down. We've given Johnny Ice, our sound man, a microphone this evening to get weird.
I won't let you guys burn this place down. I'll be in trouble.
Okay.
We can't burn it down if you don't give us matches.
But we do have the keys to the castle. That's something that's interesting. Not only do we have the Schmoes Know podcast under our command, we have their Facebook, their Twitter, I have the website, What I'm proposing,
a.k.a. the triple threat.
The triple threat. What I'm proposing is that we sink the ship in spectacular fashion.
Aim for the iceberg. I got you.
We aim for that fucking iceberg. Dead ahead, straight up.
Mel Gibson, Mutiny on the Bounty style.
Yes, we just go straight for it and see what happens. I don't know. I kid. Absolutely not. Christian would. And by the way, that explosion you heard, that was Christian's head. Heard all the way from San Diego Comic-Con.
Now, a lot of you remember the podcast about, 6-7 months ago, the Christmas podcast, which was supposed to be a highlight show, which turned into me and Catherine Reitman making fun of Christian. Christian was supposed to be on a date with his wife.
Oh, that's right.
And he turned the car around and drove here to the studio to get in my face and Catherine Reitman's face. I'll tell you what, Christian slugs, but he can't hang as far as he can make fun of whoever he wants, but as soon as you make fun of him, he starts crying. But that's okay. We're not going to go into that because he'll delete this podcast.
I just got a text from Christian. Hold on.
Doing Christian voice.
He's driving back from San Diego. What the hell does this mean? I thought he was at a whatever. I don't know.
He's driving back from San Diego, right?
He's driving back from San Diego. Like off of your story, he turned the car around.
Unbelievable. He's like Cole Trickle in Days of Thunder.
That's right.
Days of Thunder reference.
Hey,
nice.
Thanks. Yeah, not too bad. All right, so we got a couple things going tonight. We're gonna Christian and Mark are gonna be calling in from Comic-Con from San Diego. We're gonna try a couple little things. We're gonna talk Comic-Con, basically like the first half of the show, and then we're going to get into some other stuff. We're going to talk Emmy noms. We're going to talk, movie news, whatever. We're going to take some of your phone calls later on. We're going to try something new. Magic Hat, our sponsor, go and buy some. They've been kind enough to send me a crap ton of swag. I got stickers. I have sunglasses. I have T-shirts.
Nice.
I have girls' T-shirts. I have.
Can I get a girl's T-shirt?
You can get a girl's T-shirt.
Thank you.
I have literally 1,000 condoms that say Magic Hat on them.
Wow.
That is a magic hat, if you think about it.
Yeah.
It really is a magic hat.
So when we start taking, we're going to take calls maybe at like the end of this half or the beginning of the next half. We're going to talk Comic-Cons and movie news. But tonight we're going to do Tweet of the Night, okay? Hashtag Schmoes Know Podcast when you send in your tweet to at Schmoes Know, hashtag it at Schmoes Know, or hashtag Schmoes Know Podcast so we can find it. I know it's a lot of characters, so if you just do the hashtag, we can find it that way. Tweet of the night, Josh the Intern, Mark Reilly, and myself will vote on it. End of the night, that tweet of the night will get a nice package of Magic Hat swag sent from the Schmoes Know here. We'll send it out to you. I'll follow you on Twitter for that day, and I will make fun of you all day and then send you out that Magic Hat swag.
That is a good contest right there, my friend.
Right.
And it kind of leads into the contest as well, Schmoville. Christian and Mark sent out something on Facebook on Sunday. How well do you know the Schmoes? Okay. And he listed the cast of characters that
I was wondering
here.
why I was getting all these tweets being like, Macuga's from Pittsburgh.
I know. I did too. I had no idea this was going on. I got tagged in one of them. And, people were going, oh, Reilly does this, Reilly does that. And I loved the one I did get, was like, and he's divorced. And I was like, what? Okay, what's going on? I'm like looking around. What the hell is going on?
His wife got half his stuff. No, she didn't.
No, she didn't. She just got, she did. Yeah, that's all right.
She cut his Escalade in half.
So the Schmoes Know contest, how well do you know the Schmoes crew? You guys were awesome. You all came in. You dropped in a lot of comments on everybody out there. And the contest goes like this. We have 4 Ripped Apparel T-shirts to give away.
Nice.
So we have gone ahead and we've picked a winner. 4 winners from that contest.
Nice.
Over the few days that's been posted, we picked the best comments, 4 of them, and we're going to read the names at the end of each break tonight. So if you guys are listening at home, please stay tuned. If you commented, listen up because we have the winners. We're going to read them off. We're going to read one off at the end of this break.
Yep.
Next break, so on and so forth until you get it. So stay tuned for that, guys. And like Josh Macuga said, for all your comments, for all this Comic-Con movie news stuff, if you want to be heard, give us a tweet at Schmoes Know at Twitter, #Schmoes Know Podcast.
Thank you, Mark Reilly. And that leads us into some movie news.
Oh, we're going to do the news.
It's not quite Ken Knapsack.
It's not Ken Knapsack, folks, so
but
I apologize.
fact-filled.
It's fact-filled.
No?
Yeah,
why not?
Yeah, play it.
Play it. Yeah, here we go.
I kind of like it.
Here's my Ken. Well, this is the Schmoes Know headlines. I'm Ken Knapsack. That's my Ken Knapsack.
Brought to you by Magic Hat Beer.
Thanks, John Ed. Magic Hat, the not-so-quite pale ale, brought to you by North American Breweries. It's delicious. It gets you drunk, and my whole family drank it on the 4th of July, and my dad hasn't felt the same since.
This is the news, and this is the Ken Knapsack theme. Knapsack theme. I'm not going to read it like Knapsack because it's just impossible to do what he does. So you know what I'm going to do?
I'm not going to give you the music.
No, don't give me the music. Turn the music off. I'm gonna read it. One of the Schmovo comments was great. They called me, Reilly, the Walter Cronkite of news.
I can see that.
I'll take it.
Walter Cronkite.
Yeah. So here's Mark Reilly, and here's the fucking news.
Okay.
That's
You
what
got to
I
read
did.
it like Walter Cronkite.
Yeah, read it like Walter.
Yeah, and this news is brought to you, of course, by Magic Hat Brewing Company. Thank you very much for that. And all the news comes exclusively from schmoesknow.com. So, guys, we'll just start with this news. I just wanted to throw it out there. Batman Beyond. Okay, you guys are familiar with the animated series?
Different than Bed Bath and Beyond.
Different from Bed Bath and Beyond. We're talking Batman Beyond. Now, it's a rumor right now, guys, but it's one that got some legs. Everybody's been talking about it. Batman Beyond is being rumored to be an adaptation from Warner Brothers, and what they are thinking is a two-pronged approach. We're going to cast a new Batman, cast a new Bruce Wayne.
No Christian Bale.
No Christian Bale. No Nolan-verse connection. Cast a new Batman for the rebooted Batman franchise that they're inevitably going to do. And they're going to fold this new Batman into Justice League, of course, whenever that happens. But the rumor is then that same actor will then become old Bruce Wayne for a Batman Beyond movie, which sees Bruce Wayne mentoring, an old Bruce Wayne mentoring a young... what's his name? Do you know JTI?
I don't know.
So it's like a reboot into not a reboot into a new franchise, basically.
Yeah. Reboot Batman, and then jump off of that reboot, create a new franchise in Batman Beyond. For those of you who don't know, Batman Beyond takes place in the future. Old Bruce Wayne, and he's mentoring a young kid, gives him all the gadgets, and Batman Beyond is a different looking kind of Batman.
So would there be a full new movie with the new Batman that goes into the Batman Beyond? So we have to weather a reboot in order to get to this Batman Beyond?
That's what they're saying. Now, again, rumor, grain of salt.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a big thing. Batman on film is saying that this is going to happen, maybe, possibly. Personally, I don't buy it. I just don't. I think it's a lot of things to do before you get to a rebooted thing. But the fans love it. They went so far as to develop some pre-sketches. They did some
with some fan art.
They didn't know it was actual pre-productions
wow.
because years and years ago, Darren Aronofsky was attached to do Batman Beyond. It fell apart, but it's been there. So
that is going to be the most depressing Batman ever.
It's kind of crazy.
Batman's going to die. He's going to kill his wife. Yeah, it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
I think honestly, the Batman Beyond. I love the idea of taking it again because I love that cartoon we were talking about before.
Yeah,
it's based off a cartoon.
Yeah.
I love that cartoon when it was on. I think that to do it, the casting has to be absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
Because
absolutely.
You can't. Christian Bale did such a good job, and Christian does that voice.
Yeah,
and he did, those movies were so good that to like reboot into what we're hoping that has to set it up because the Beyond won't work if that new Batman doesn't.
Absolutely. I mean, you were talking about. I mean, the actual Batman reboot.
Yeah,
they're screwed.
Yeah,
this is the way I feel. I mean, how are you going to cast somebody?
You have to go into the Beyond in order to make it work because.
Yeah, I mean, and for me as a fan, I think it might be interesting to do Batman Beyond first before you do a reboot.
I agree.
Because then you have a whole new franchise that's not necessarily tied to.
I don't think you do the reboot. I think you do the Batman, like you said. I think you do Batman Beyond and bring in Michael Keaton, his old Bruce Wayne.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Holy
that'd be
shit.
cool.
Oh, Michael Keaton, wow.
I think every Batman fan's head just exploded because then it's like, but what does that mean for the Nolan Batman? And I don't know if it's gonna happen. And guys, it's just a rumor, but if you want to go check out schmozno.com, you can see the article that was posted today. There's actually some really cool production sketches of the Batman suit for Batman Beyond there. Yeah. Very cool. I wish I could.
See, I heard it's like Buzz Lightyear, but black.
Wait, so you guys are big fans of the Batman Beyond cartoon?
Yeah.
Okay, because originally when it came out, I was a huge fan of the Batman animated series, like the one with
the square jaw,
WB square jaw. Hamill's the Joker.
Dude was a badass.
And I remember when Batman Beyond came out, it was so different than the original Batman cartoon. It was like futuristic.
Yeah.
It wasn't what I think of Batman as being.
Okay.
So I kind of gave up on the show.
Okay.
But I do agree with you guys. I think it would be a good way to reboot it because, again, you don't have to worry about establishing Batman. He's old. Yeah. And it's so different. It would be so different because of the futuristic setting.
Yeah.
I think
you need to, honestly, though, I think you might need to wait a couple years and have people Jones for Batman, really.
I think so. I think they need to just kind of give it, wait a little bit, focus on Man of Steel 2. And I would even say, try to go for like maybe a Wonder Woman movie or a Flash movie. Start to establish.
Flash, I would love to see.
What year did Batman Beyond take place in?
It's like 2035 or something like that. Yeah.
Couldn't it really just pick up where the last movie left off?
It probably could.
I mean, with those two characters?
I think so.
Oh,
the same
that's
actors?
Right, with Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah.
Almost.
And they did talk about that in the original article, Batman on Film. It's like, no, Nolan's out.
But they basically called him Robin in the movie, so it kind of ruined it.
But in the Batman Beyond canon, it's not Robin.
Oh, okay.
It's this guy named Terry, I believe.
It's a totally different guy.
Terry.
Oh, we just found this guy at 7-Eleven.
Terry.
Hey, you know Terry?
Still
did my
still sounds manlier than Bruce.
Yeah,
definitely.
It's like, who are you? I'm Terry.
And this is my buddy Bruce.
Who are you dressed as, Terry? I'm Batman.
There's this club in downtown, and it's like me and Catwoman. We were like hanging out. It's like so many Cosmos. It's crazy. Bruce.
That's so funny. Warner Brothers is texting me right now. They want your pitch.
Old guy and the young guy in West Hollywood. I can see that word.
That makes sense. All right, let's move on, guys. More news. Nicolas Cage is unlikely to appear
in that movie
in Expendables 3.
Really?
Yeah, wow. Nicolas Cage came out and he said,
"Tax
quote,
evasion will make you do weird things."
Yeah, exactly. But it was released a few weeks ago. They were like Wesley Snipes, Nick Cage, Mila Jovovich,
Jackie Brown,
Jackie Chan, right? They're all going to be in there.
Dude.
So Nicolas Cage comes out. He doesn't even know what the fuck these people are talking about. He was quoted. He's like, huh? Here's this quote. I love this. I have not had any formal discussions about Expendables 3. I'm not even in Kick-Ass 2. And I don't think I'm in Expendables 3. I love that. I don't think I'm in Expendables 3. And I like those guys.
He calls his agent.
But I would say, yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah.
What's Expendables 3? He's like, just take it easy, Nick. I have you booked July and August. It's fine. It's not a big deal.
Did I audition for that? I can't remember.
Now, when you guys think Nicolas Cage, do you automatically think action star? Because he had a run the mill where he had like Con Air and Face Off, where he was trying to do some action movies.
I know. Hollywood thought he was an action star.
I
didn't,
guys.
Real quick, around the room. Favorite Nick Cage movie? Favorite Nick Cage action movie? Go.
The Rock.
Face Off.
The Rock.
The Rock. All right,
Come on,
3 to
Castor
1, dude.
Troy was
The
the
Rock
man.
is so good.
Face Off is ridiculous.
It is, but in a fun way.
I loved it when I was growing up, but now it was on maybe about a year ago. I
Close
was
second,
like,
Gone in 60 Seconds is a really good. I
I've never
like
seen
that
it.
movie.
All right, well, listen, I'll give you best performance by Cage in action movies, probably Face Off, but overall action movie, I'd probably give it to The Rock.
Okay.
That's what I would say.
All right.
The Rock, man.
Well, that's the Nick Cage
Cut the
news.
shit,
so,
Jack,
so
a-hole.
What about you, Schmoville? Schmoville, do you care if Nick Cage is in
I
Expendables
don't
3?
care. I don't care.
I mean, you already have every action hero in the world in this thing. Do we need Nick Cage? Nick Cage obviously doesn't even know that he was considered for it, so he's probably in New Orleans or something worrying about his tan.
I'd like
I don't
you
know.
to, if you could, in your best Sean Connery, because we know you're really good at it. Do pitch Nick Cage Expendables 3 as Sean Connery. I'll give you 25 seconds.
You worked
Oh, jeez. Let me think about this for a minute. Expendables 3 opens up on an aircraft carrier. We got Slash Stallone, Arnold, and the rest of those fucks. They're standing around with machine guns, and who do they see flying in? Nick Cage. He's coming in on a one of those Tomahawk helicopter things. I don't know. If that's not in the budget, we can work it. We can fudge it. We'll fix it in post. Nick Cage lands on the battleship, and he goes to Sly, and he says, Sly? What's his name in the thing? I can't remember. I never read the script. He says, Sly, Barney, thank you. He says, Barney, you need to help me save the world from an alien invasion. And they say, Nick Cage, alien invasion? He says, yes, alien invasion. Cut to aliens. And
You got go picture.
done!
Loves it. Sean
There we
Connery in
go.
the building.
There
Always
we
a pleasure.
go.
Always a pleasure.
That's nice. I like it. So,
yeah, tweet us in about Batman Beyond, Nicolas Cage Expendables 3. What else we got?
Yeah, so let's go into what everybody's talking about. It's Comic-Con, folks.
Sure.
The schmoes are down in Comic-Con right now. They're doing the thing. They're running around. You know, I thought the reason I didn't go to Comic-Con this year was because I'm running the site. I felt it wouldn't work for me to be running around in Comic-Con and also trying to post. So I ended up staying back, posting everything that was coming out.
You would have had to have your laptop like Neil Young has a harmonica in his mouth.
Exactly.
Go
Exactly.
ahead.
Fine. You know, like, hey, Starbucks at the gas lamp. Can you move over? Can I get in there? No, it just didn't seem to work. So what I did was I stayed behind. And I've been posting. So a couple of things have posted, but overall, it's the first day. It's been a little quiet, but we do have a couple of things we want to talk about.
Sure.
Namely, the Godzilla encounter.
Dude, go and tell. Sounds awesome.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. Not only, okay, so Godzilla is really going into full gear, guys. So if you go to schmoesknow.com, check out the Godzilla post that our new writer, by the way, Mike Holtz, is
I like Mike Holtz.
Yeah, he's doing really good stuff, man. And he did this great post. They released the teaser poster for Godzilla. This is the official teaser poster. Go to schmoesknow.com. Check that out.
Do we know when this is coming out?
Next summer.
Next summer.
Yeah,
Really?
next summer. So they're really getting into high gear with this thing. The poster is awesome. Okay, I mean it shows basically the biggest tail you've ever seen
Little
coming
helicopters
through.
flying
Yeah,
around.
coming through the mist, and you see like army guys and helicopters flying around checking it out. And this helicopter is like an ant compared to this
Fucking
this
awesome.
thing. So it's like I'm even gonna go past Pacific Rim
Oh,
here.
it's bigger than Pacific
and
Rim, for
say
sure.
that this Godzilla guy is he might just
Yeah,
kick
he
some
looks
ass.
like he'd step on the monsters from Pacific Rim.
So the big news going on right now at Comic-Con is this Godzilla encounter. So what happens is you go into this museum they set up, and they have all memorabilia from Godzilla. They have through the history. You can see all the stuff. And then all of a sudden these guys run in with hazmat suits, and they're like, get out of here, go hide. And all of a sudden you hear the roar, and the rumbling, and you're brought into this elevator, and they're like, we're getting you to the roof because we got to escape. So everybody's in there going, what happens? And they get in, the elevator stops. And they go, oh shit, what happens? So they let you out, and you're in this office building overlooking the city in San Diego, and you're like, what's going on? All of a sudden, Godzilla walks by, and the guard or the person that's telling you in this experience, they're like, shh, be quiet. You don't want to be seen by him. Godzilla stops and looks in at you. There's pictures, again, on schmoesknow.com. We posted that. It's a pretty cool thing going on at Comic-Con. A lot of people are
Dude, the
having fun
line
about
for
it.
that is going to be
The line is huge.
to La Jolla.
I hope
But-
the video comes out. I want to see the video.
I want to see the
Man.
video, and I really think Godzilla. I mean, we're talking about Comic-Con here. I think they really just stole Comic-Con away from
Everything else.
Everything. I mean, that seems to be the.
Dude, it's like
movie.
when Tupac Shakur came out as a hologram at Coachella, like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And I mean, let's be honest. The greatest part about the first Godzilla movie was the P. Diddy video with Wallflowers.
Right.
It wasn't the best movie. Terrible casting. Matthew Broderick trying to save the world. It's kind of like, just take it easy, Matthew Broderick. Go hang out with Nathan Lane and drink some, dirty martinis. But I'll tell you what, as much as people gave that first movie shit, it's been so long since we've seen one.
Yeah.
And he's such an iconic character.
Yeah.
That I would go see Godzilla over most anything else as far as like a reboot of an ancient kind of a thing.
Yeah, I would too.
And this idea, whoever thought of this and put this whole technology together, genius. They deserve an Oscar of some sort.
Yeah,
or
and
whatever.
They're also releasing, and because of Comic-Con, they're releasing all these great images, and they release some like previs production art, and it's Godzilla. You can see him. He's swimming towards a battleship, like an aircraft carrier.
Oh, okay.
And everybody in the aircraft carrier is going apeshit because there's this huge thing. I mean, it really shows the size and the scale of it. And then, Gareth Edwards, who is the director who did this great Monsters.
Yeah, small budget film.
Small budget film. He knows what he's really doing. It's a gritty, realistic looking Godzilla. I think we're going to get a lot of, Pacific Rim kind of glosses over the whole. And we'll get into that later, guys.
One thing I'm excited about is the effects in Pacific Rim, say what you will about the movie, are amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm so looking forward to seeing Godzilla used with those kind of effects today.
Yeah,
I think they could just knock it out of the park.
It would be awesome if the first shot, Matthew Broderick's like walking around New York, like talking on his cell phone.
He just gets stomped. I would love that. But that's the thing. You see, Pacific Rim kind of picked up in the middle of the battle.
Yeah.
What I think's happening with Godzilla is it's like he's for the first time appearing, and what does the world do?
Yeah.
Which is interesting to me.
I will say, even though not the original film, the one with Matthew Broderick is really bad, the build up for the first 20 minutes of that movie, it was
all right.
It was all right because I'm so excited to see Godzilla. But once I saw him, I was like, oh shit, he looks like a iguana.
Yeah,
It looked
but
horrible.
that's what the producers are saying is that they're holding close to the actual Godzilla.
I can tell from the pictures already, and I'm so happy. About
And you know
it.
what I'm going to be doing the week before Godzilla? I'm just going to play Rampage over and
Oh,
over. I'm
me
going to go
too.
find an arcade and spend $50 a day on quarters and just play Rampage.
Me too.
What else we got from Comic-Con?
All right, so more Comic-Con news. Guys, did you see the Amazing Spider-Man teaser? Amazing Spider-Man 2 released a teaser ahead of Comic-Con, and it's all about Electro. So you just get some shots of like this lab, and you get this crazy kind of voiceover happening, and then you see Jamie Foxx's Electro, and it's your first look at him, and it's
Then
your
he
first
sprays everybody with a giant bottle of champagne.
Then he breaks into a version of Ray or something. I don't
Isn't it
know.
like a weird contraption with like crazy extension cords going into him? I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's something like that. Again, guys, you can see the teaser on schmozno.com. Check it out. What do you guys think? I mean, that's a big news story that broke. A lot of people don't like what Electro looks like. A lot of people aren't liking this teaser. They thought
I don't think
pretty
it's so much
lame.
Electro. I think it's mostly the fact that they just basically remade Spider-Man a year after they'd already done 3 of them and made the exact same. They're making the exact same movies basically with like.
I agree. I tend to think they just redid the costume.
Yeah.
And it looks very similar to the Raimi version to me.
Well, it kind of has to. I mean, you can't go too far with Spider-Man.
You can't.
Want that classic look.
I know.
was not
Why
a
did
big
they
fan.
do another Spider-Man? Why?
Because part 4 fell apart.
Yeah,
with
Raimi was this close to making it. Like they were within
He had
like
everybody
months.
cast.
Yeah,
He had John Malkovich
As the
cast as
Vulture.
Vulture. He had Tobey Maguire, Kirsten Dunst coming back.
Anne Hathaway's Black Cat apparently.
Anne Hathaway as Black Cat, and nobody could get behind the script. Raimi walked, and everybody followed suit, and they rebooted it because that's the thing with these big superhero franchises. If you don't make a movie, the deal is if you don't make a movie by a certain time, the rights revert back to Marvel. So they were coming up on that deadline, and Sony was like, "Fuck it, reboot."
Yep.
And that's what happened. Yeah. So,
and they made it and Raimi's production was going to like over $200 million, and they made Amazing Spider-Man for like 70 to 80 million. So business-wise, they were like, we can make it for 80 and still make $1 billion.
And I had respect for Dennis Miller up until that movie. No, I'm kidding. I still love Dennis Miller. Or Dennis Leary, my bad.
I was about to say, it was Dennis Miller. I just see him ranting in that movie.
He's in the background going, George Bush and Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Same
exactly.
I just don't know. Like, I can't really get excited for Spider-Man anymore. I think I'm Spider-Man'd out. I maybe like when my friends' kids are old enough to enjoy Spider-Man, a new movie will come out and I'll be like into Spider-Man. I think we should give it 15 to 20 years before we do any more Spider-Man.
I was not a fan of Amazing Spider-Man at all.
Not at all. And I think that James Garfield dude's a great actor.
I think they got Peter Parker right.
I think all the actors
and
did a
I
good
really
job.
I really like him. But yeah, I kind of subscribe to what everybody's saying, and like the origin story, doing it over again. It was kind of a lot of the same repeat of beats and all this kind of stuff. I am excited though for Spider-Man 2, is Amazing Spider-Man 2, because they seem to be introducing the Sinister Six.
Yeah, well, the characters that you didn't see in the Raimi films are coming up, like Rhino, Electro.
I liked Rhino. I was always a fan of that.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
and
at least
they
they're being
seem
smart.
to be, that's the rumor, that they're building towards a really big kind of, not trilogy, because they've already announced part 3 and part 4, but...
So this is sort of like the evil Avengers in Spider-Man.
Exactly. Sinister Six is basically a bunch of villains that got together to destroy Superman. Spider-Man. What franchise are we talking about?
Yeah, Superman, Spider-Man.
Star Wars? Let's talk about Star Trek.
Well, Mark Webb said, Avengers upped the scale, set a bar very high for us, so they figured this is the best time to do Sinister Six because the bar's been set so high.
Yeah.
All right, that music coming in means we are going to go to break here. You guys are listening to the Schmoes podcast here on the Toad Hop Network. Hashtag Schmoes podcast, guys. Tweet of the night. We're going to talk. We're going to take your phone calls. We're going to take your tweets. We're going to talk your tweets. We're talking more Comic-Con. Hopefully, Mark and Christian are going to call in. We're just going to talk more movie news, and we are going to get weird here. It's Thursday night. We'll see you guys next.
Woo! More beers.
All right, Schmoville, welcome back. We know what that is, right? You guys know what that is?
Oh, I only know because of earlier, but do the audience know?
The audience, anybody, if you know, tweet in, let us know.
What is this song?
Don't give it away. Don't give it away. Whoever gets it.
Yeah, whoever gets it.
We'll get some cool magic hat swag.
Yeah. Magic hat swag. I mean, this is an awesome song from an awesome movie that we actually talked about on last week's program with the Hayes Brothers.
That's right.
Yeah. All right, let's before we move in, Schmoes podcast here on the Toad Hop Network. We're moving right along. Josh Macuga here in the captain's chair. I'm with my buddies Mark Reilly, Josh the intern, Johnny Ice.
Yeah. He's rocking it.
On the
rocking
sound.
it.
We're going to announce our first contest winner from the Do You Know the Schmoes?
Yes. So, Do You Know the Schmoes? We got a lot of comments from you guys, and so it was really hard to pick. But we went ahead and picked 4 people. So the first winner is Joseph Hennings.
Joseph Hennings.
Joseph Hennings.
I'm not sure where he's from, but I'm sure it's gorgeous.
Joseph Hennings, we don't know where you're from.
Australia.
If you are listening to this,
is he really?
Please.
Yeah, he's from Australia.
Joseph, you got a free Ripped Apparel shirt.
You got a free Ripped Apparel shirt. Please send a message to the Facebook page, schmozno.com, with your address, and we will send you that shirt.
It's
all right,
coming
man.
your way,
Good
Joseph
comment.
Hennings. Way
Good
to
comment.
go. Way to go.
Also, that shirt comes from Ripped Apparel. Did you guys know that? Ripped Apparel does a shirt a day. I think pretty much, me and JTI are wearing it. Josh Macuga doesn't really.
I'll tell you what. I get a lot of shit for not wearing Ripped Apparel.
That's okay.
And they've never, Christian's never. You guys have gotten free shirts. I have a certain T-shirt brand that I like to wear, and I guess I should just make the switch over to Ripped. Nothing against Ripped Apparel; they do great things. They're a great sponsor. Their T-shirts that they make are so freaking clever. It's absurd.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the one you have on tonight is Back to the Future meets Star Wars.
Yeah, the one I have is awesome.
And Heisenberg, obviously, can't wait for that premiere.
You guys, Ripped Apparel, they're giving away a shirt every day, an original shirt. You have 24 hours to get this bad boy before it's gone. So you can go to schmozno.com. We have a great widget there. You can click on that. Or if you're fans of the podcast, please go to rippedapparel.com. Enter in SK Mutants.
SK Mutants?
SK Mutants is the code this week to get $1 off for your shirt. Check it out because, the Schmoes No Crew, I think we wear Ripped Apparel every day.
Yep.
I know Christian brought
posted a picture. What Ripped Apparel shirt should I wear for
He
Comic-Con?
has too damn many of them. He couldn't even decide. He had to get Schmoville to do it.
Yep.
So
I want
that's
Ripped
hilarious.
Apparel to make like a Macuga T-shirt, and then I'll
Baby Gap.
Baby Gap.
You should call them and just like have them do a mashup. It's like the Wild Man Macuga. I don't know, your head.
2 sizes too small. Yeah, sure.
It's like your head on
Gotta
like
fit these snakes.
Come on.
What about a Macuga like ripped apparel shirt like your head on Danny Trejo's body for like Machete?
Yeah.
It's like the Wild Man Kills or something.
Ah, that's pretty good. I like that. Just an idea.
Shooting from the hip.
Got our job, Riley. You could work from ripped.
I could do a lot of things if people paid me.
Again, what's that promo code? SK Mutants.
SK Mutants.
Yep.
And go to schmozno.com, guys. Really, Mark Reilly does an incredible job running the website. I go to it every day. It's where I get my news, my moves, so I can stay up to date. We're going to start doing a lot more TV news from me. It's just you're doing a fantastic job. The website's fantastic.
Thank you.
And if you're not on the website, we don't like you.
Yeah, you're missing out. Yeah,
you really are.
You're really missing out. And that we give free chocolate for every visit. I don't know. I mean,
lick your keyboard after you visit. It will taste like chocolate.
Yeah, it's a weird app. It was really hard to implement.
God.
But like when you log in, a Hershey's Kiss falls out of the sky into your lap. So
perfect.
Don't ask me how that happens. It just happens.
You can ask for Hershey Kisses or Skittles. Doesn't.
Yeah. So where are we with? We're still on Comic-Con.
We still are on Comic-Con?
We still have Comic-Con because there's kind of...
You got a couple more things going, right?
Yeah, we kind of want to talk about...
Should we take some calls? You want to take a couple calls and see what Schmovil's thinking of the Comic-Con news?
Yeah, let's take some calls.
All right, let's take a call here.
Hey, who out there is calling in? Do you have anybody calling in?
I got a call right here.
Okay, let's take it.
What's up, dude? You're in Schmoville. How's it hanging?
Hello?
Schmelo.
Hello?
Who is this? Great first call. First call.
And you're bye. How about this? Okay, so Schmoville.
Wait, hold on. We got more. I think I know who this guy is.
Oh, okay.
What up? You're in Schmoville. Who this?
Hey, what up, guys? It's George.
Georgie.
Georgie, how you doing, man?
George, what's going
on?
How are we doing? Honestly, I know you're a fan, and we appreciate your opinion. How are we doing so far?
Be nice, George.
No, you're doing fine. Macuga, I don't know how drunk you are yet, but it looks like you're working on something. So
I'm getting there.
There you go. But
he's doing good. He's only swayed a little bit in his chair.
Yep.
What's on your mind, Georgie?
I got a question. It's you guys know I go to the site all the time, and I love the site. It's great. But what the hell's up with the sequel, prequel, sequel? Like, it's destroying film.
Well,
it's destroying film.
I see your comments there, Georgie, and I tend to agree with you in most of them, and sometimes I disagree. But the fact of the matter is, it's money, it's business, and Hollywood is gonna, once a brand is created, brand is king right now. Mm-hmm. So if you get a huge movie that opens, look at The Conjuring. The Conjuring has already gotten a sequel.
Yep,
and it's not even out yet.
Mm-hmm.
And that is, I think that has everything to do with the fact that
marketing, though. That's marketing.
That's marketing. That's good buzz. The buzz for the movie is doing really well.
It's tracking well.
I think it comes down to that there's so many people that can do movies nowadays that movie companies need to make that big money. So it is sequel.
Yeah.
Or prequel.
Absolutely. And if you look at the three... coming up on 3, I think it's already tracking. RIPD.
Yeah,
tracking very, very low, horribly low, right? And this is a $165 million picture with Ryan Reynolds.
Cost that much? Holy shit.
Cost that much with Ryan Reynolds and Big Lebowski,
Jeff Bridges.
Bridges.
Now, Georgie, what do you hate so much about the sequel, the prequel? I mean, I understand where you're coming from. I really do, and a lot of it has to do with international sales. But in your own words, real quick,
I think the problem started, quite honestly, with Marvel. I think Marvel created a machine that's now destroying Hollywood, but that's just me. But no, it doesn't give. It feels like there's no original work anymore, and it doesn't give people who have original ideas snowball's chance in hell unless you know somebody and their mother to do anything. And so why do I need to watch the same story I've seen a million times?
Listen, George, you make a great
chapter of that book.
You make a great point. You really do. And honestly, the problem is that studios aren't making enough money on original stuff simply because A friend of mine told me this. In 1990, it was 80-20 domestic sales to international, and now it's 80-20 flipped, international to domestic.
Yeah.
They're just making so much money international, and what do international people buy? They don't buy great movies like the way back. They buy shoot 'em up, bang 'em up, comic book movies because it translates. It just translates because it's action. And if, unfortunately, that's the boat we're in right now. Yeah. You can scratch a living making great independent movies that people will love and will go to see, but you're not going to make a big budget studio feature anymore like Indiana Jones because it's not a comic book movie. It's not a shoot 'em up, bang 'em up, crazy CGI. It's just it's unfortunately it's a fact of the matter.
Yeah, and what really upsets me is Pacific Rim. Because Pacific Rim was a pitch, a spec, it sold, it's an original property, and it didn't do well at the box office.
It tanked.
And now, I read an article, it's like, it doesn't matter what is number 1, number 2, number 3, that's all a Hollywood measuring dick contest, right? But Pacific Rim made, like, they were hoping it would make 40 million, okay, or 50 million, okay? It made 38 or something like that, and they're calling it a failure. And when you think about the production budget of it being at $175, $180 million, $30 million, $38 million is not going to cut it in the long run. And these studios
eventually they'll make it back in DVDs
I think they'll make it. Yeah, I
but
think they'll make it.
Not.
And I'm hoping the word of mouth because it's a fun movie. But what it does that really scares the shit out of me is that it reinforces this Hollywood fear of original movies. And so they're going to go right back to branded entertainment. They're going to make the next whatever, you know, and brands are king. They're going to remake everything. They're going to make a sequel to everything. And because that's where the money is.
And it doesn't always work. Like Disney's been trying to make one like Lone Ranger. They want that to be a franchise. That's not going to happen.
No.
John Carter?
Nope.
Not going to happen. Yeah. Now, these are based on old things, but they're trying to restart franchises, and it's scaring the hell out of them. It's just tough.
What these movie studios, in my opinion, need to do is they need to form they need to develop movies like Pixar does. Now, Pixar has even gotten into the brand game. They're making sequels and all their things. But if you go back to before their sequels, Pixar became a brand name itself. Didn't matter what the movie was. You say Pixar, you're like, we know quality, and we're going to get it with Pixar. I think that these movie studios need to do the same thing.
It's just tough. Georgie, thanks for the call, man. Keep listening, keep watching. We really appreciate you, buddy.
Thanks, Georgie.
Yeah, guys. I'll talk to you later.
See you, buddy. Let's take another call.
Yeah, let's do another call.
What's up? You're in Schmoeville. Who we got? That was Christian right there.
That was,
No, nobody.
No one. You probably scared him off.
What's up? You're in Schmoeville. Who this?
Hey, Josh. It's Tony Morrow from Santa Barbara.
Tony, what's up, man? How you doing?
Pretty good.
Good.
You guys are doing a great job, by the way.
Thanks,
Absolutely
man.
a great job.
Appreciate it. What do you think of the news so far? You got anything you want to comment on there?
Even though you guys have already talked about it, but Godzilla, I'm just super pumped for. I mean,
that's great.
We thought we couldn't go any bigger with Pacific Rim, but looking at that poster for Godzilla, it just blew my freaking mind. I mean, those helicopters look like micro machines compared to the monster. I mean, I'm so pumped for this. Hopefully, the schmoes can get as much as possible at a Comic-Con.
Yeah.
I'm hoping they get into it.
How sick does that hotel thing sound in Comic-Con, Tony?
The what?
The hotel thing where Godzilla walks by you and looks at you. How cool does that sound?
That would scare the shit out of me.
Yeah, right?
Probably not as much as Grown Ups 2, but I mean, that sounds pretty
There
scary.
you go. Well done.
Hey, Tony, thanks for the call, man. Keep listening. Love the tweets, buddy.
Definitely.
All right,
I guess.
See ya.
We need a grown-ups Godzilla crossover.
Yeah, right?
That would be awesome.
Yeah, Godzilla
let's
just
take one
steps
more.
on the
Step
family.
on the whole trailer of them.
End movie.
What up? You're in... that failed. And we're out. All right. Some good calls. I appreciate it. I mean, Georgie and Tony, they're great fans. Love them. Like the comments.
So let's we got a topic here I want to talk about.
Go.
Because I think it's interesting. And it's part of the news that, we've been this is a loosey-goosey show, guys.
Yeah. We're just rolling along.
We're rolling. We're talking about Comic-Con. We're talking about
Magic
news.
Hat.
This is a movie review podcast. This is movie news. So we're going to talk about movies. So
Yeah.
here's some more movies.
Good.
All right. So, guys, at Comic-Con this weekend, the big buzz happening is X-Men Days of Future Past.
Okay.
All right?
Love it.
Okay, so we hear that they're doing a panel, X-Men Days of Future Past. Today they released an image of the Sentinel.
Mark's outside with a boner just thinking about Jennifer Lawrence in that Mystique outfit.
I'm sure he is.
Yeah.
Or are you talking about me? Because I have a boner
Yeah, I was
for
gonna
her
say,
as well.
who doesn't?
Take it easy over there, Ice.
I know.
Take it easy.
I don't find her attractive.
What? Wow.
No, I don't.
Come on.
Really? Okay. All right.
Really?
Johnny Ice over there is laying knowledge.
Sorry, not
No,
my type.
that's okay.
Man, she is my type.
Do you want to just?
tell you?
Do you want to just turn off the microphones? Call it a night.
cool.
You're
that,
in time.
that just took the air out of
Sorry.
the room. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. So
all right,
X-Men Days of Future Past are going to have a big panel there, and there's a rumor going around that there's a big announcement coming at the Fox panel. Now,
James McAvoy is gay. No.
that is not the rumor.
Damn it. I don't know why I'm upset about it.
It's Ian McKellen. He's gay.
He's so of course.
Actually, he's been out for years, so that's
Thou
fine.
shalt not pass.
You shall not pass. Okay, so X-Men Days of Future Past are going to have all the cast members there. Bryan Singer, all these people are going to be there. They're probably going to show some footage. They're going to do this or that. And well, schmoesno.com picked up on a story that's been going out there that.
Well done, Cronkite. Keep killing it.
Thank you. And when I say schmoesno.com picked up on it, I mean probably Screen Rant or Ain't It Cool News picked up on it, and Schmoesno grabbed it and put it on their website.
Don't sell yourself short. Come on. Listen, we're not picking up sloppy seconds.
That's true. That's true. There's a rumor going around because of this tweet that happened by this guy who is a Marvel. He's part of the stable of Marvel creators, artists, and whatnot in the comic book field. So they're talking about a spin-off for X-Men movies, and that Days of Future Past is going to possibly introduce this new spin-off. And what's being said about the X-Men franchise is that they have basically an Avengers rearing to go. They have so many mutants and so many titles within the mutant universe. You have X-Men, you have X-Factor, you have, I don't know, X-Girlfriend, whatever. So
I think it's ex-wife for you.
Yeah,
right?
For me, it's ex-wife.
Sure.
She was a mutant, by the way. Her special powers were annoying me.
Ripping your balls off and smashing them with a hammer.
Taking my balls off and belittling me in front of family.
Sure.
So
Thanksgiving is awkward.
Yeah.
Shut up, honey. It's me, Sean Connery. I don't know why I just turned into Peter Griffin there.
Listen, Moneypenny, I don't want to smack your shit, but I will. I don't care if your name is fucking go-getter. All right, so the news being, all right, I'm hedging around here. The news is that they're going to spin off and announce at Comic-Con X-Force. Okay? It'll be the spin-off from X-Men. Now, I don't know if you guys know a lot about X-Force.
X-Force.
But it was an incarnation of from the New Mutants in back in the day. And I actually have notes on this. It's a more militant, aggressive team than the X-Men, right? So who knows?
So they're
kind of
like it's like the XFL, right?
Yeah,
like normal NFL is that Wolverine is like, the good ones, and then X-Force is like those dudes that like couldn't hack it in the CFL, and they're out there just like stabbing people with whatever they got. The B Squad.
The way I remember
it's
it
like
is
the chicks at JTI dates.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's good.
They redid
Try C Squad. Try C Squad. Not quite. We haven't made it to B yet.
C Squad. Come on, man. You're on the B Squad.
I get
a B minus once in a while.
All right.
Your vines are popping you up to B Squad, my friend.
So X-Force, they're saying, is going to be announced at Comic-Con this weekend. And, we did the post on schmoesno.com. We put the story up there, and a lot of the comments coming in was like, yeah, X-Men, like an R-rated X-Men, because this militant group of X-Men composes of Wolverine,
Nicolas Cage,
Angel, Sean Connery, and it's supposedly going to be like
John Lovitz.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, John Lovitz. And it's supposedly supposed to be like a more gritty.
Well, it takes place in the future.
It does.
It's a little bit in the future
does.
because the leader of X-Force is Cable.
Oh, Cable.
Cable is actually the son of Cyclops, who was played in the original trilogy.
Wow.
And this is getting to the comics.
Thank God you're
this
here.
Is starting to sound
dude.
a lot like church. Cable is son of Cyclops.
And Cable's like, he's kind of like the Clint Eastwood of the X-Men universe. He's like an older
Get
guy.
off my lawn.
Yeah, he's a very badass older guy who just kind of goes whatever. He's like a military leader kind of deal.
Okay.
And he's the leader of X-Force.
Cool.
So he'd have to play a big part in it.
That's a rumor that's going around. Cable is definitely there's a rumor that he's going to be in X-Men Days of Future Past.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So Schmovit, what do you think? Do you think that X-Men Days of Future Past is essentially doing an Avengers type setup, and this announcement at Comic-Con for X-Force is that that new franchise. I think that might happen. So Schmoville, why don't you tweet in?
Let's take a call. Let's see what's going on.
And before that, tweet in with Schmoes Know Podcast hashtag. To throw some X-Force, some X-Men stuff out there.
Still looking for those top tweets. Let's take a call. Go ahead.
Apocalypse is a big deal in X-Force, and I hear they might be teasing him in Futures Day Pass, which would tie in perfectly.
Exactly. So that's the rumor going around, folks. I'm thinking that that's what's going to happen. We're going to get an X-Force announcement soon. So,
all right,
let's take a call.
Let's take a call.
What up, Schmoville? Hey-o! Who we got?
Hello?
Hey-o. What's up?
Hey guys, Southie Crackboy Raul reporting for duty.
What up, homie?
All right.
How you living?
I'm living good, enjoying some magic hats here as well.
Boy. Enjoying the sponsor.
Yeah, and about the whole X-Force thing, it's really interesting at all, but I may be picky about one thing, but I really, really, really want to see a good Deadpool movie.
Deadpool.
No, you and me both,
Ryan
man.
Reynolds.
Yeah.
Been talking about that for a while.
Would you want Ryan Reynolds to play Deadpool?
That was not Deadpool, okay?
No, it
Ryan
wasn't.
Reynolds was a good Wade Wilson, and at the end, it was Baraka from Mortal Kombat.
I agree. That was Baraka from Mortal Kombat.
That's the best call of the night.
Yeah.
That is so true. And that's what I always wondered in that goddamn awful movie.
Oh,
The swords come out of his arms. I'm like, how the fuck could he bend his arms to begin with?
Yeah,
I know.
Deadpool. I like that call. And I love Mortal Kombat too. That was a really... Dude, thank you for the call. Thanks for chiming in, man. Thanks for being a fan. We'll talk to you soon.
No problem.
All right,
Blow it up, guys.
All right, brother.
Thank you.
Oh, X-Men Origins.
Yeah, I thought that I loved Deadpool. X-Men was one of the few comics and shows, and I love obviously the great stand-up arcade game. I mean, the greatest stand-up arcade game next to the Simpsons arcade game, that 4-player X-Men. But Deadpool was kind of a joke, I thought, in the movie. I didn't really... When it got to the end there, and he's Baraka from Mortal Kombat 2.
It wasn't
Deadpool.
Deadpool
Very good call.
at all.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, anything that... I enjoyed the X-Men movies to a point. Loved X-Men First Class. Really did.
Me too. Yeah.
And I'm looking... If, they do X-Men Futures Past, I'll go see it. I really will. They have not yet to, super disappoint me. Let's take another call from Schmoville real quick here. What up? You're in Schmoville. Who this?
Hey, what's up?
Hey. Who's this?
Hey, this is Shai from Lexington.
What's up, dude?
Hey, dude.
What's up,
Yeah, my question is pretty much just, do you think they'd make a Magneto movie? I know they, scrapped one, but...
So you're asking just like a Magneto origin story, or are you talking about we just follow Magneto? What would be your idea for just a Magneto movie?
Not the beginning of it, but him, how he had a son, Quicksilver, and Scarlet Witch, something like that.
Okay. I think, I think that's a great idea. I mean, Magneto's obviously an uber villain, one of the greatest villains ever written and everything. He deserves a movie, and I'd love to see some of that kind of stuff. From your mouth to our ears to, somebody in a studio, we'd love to see it. Thanks for the call, man. Keep being a fan. We appreciate it.
Well, if you're still listening, on schmoesknow.com was an article, a Magneto movie is in development, so to speak.
Well, originally there's X-Men Origins Wolverine, and they were going to follow it with X-Men Origins Wolverine, Magneto.
Right.
But after Origins was so bad, they took that script and they took parts of it and put it into First Class.
Exactly.
And that's kind of what became Magneto's story. Really, that's what First Class was to me. The best part was the Magneto story.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I think since then, there was something that came out that we posted that said that there is still development going on for a Magneto
not popular
movie.
on his own, though.
No,
that's the thing. He's not. There's so
Is
movie
that what you
studios.
think?
Yeah, but he's not going to sell out a theater like Wolverine,
right?
Or
I don't know if Fassbender was starring in it.
Dude, Fassbender was kind of a badass, no? Right?
I think if Fassbender was doing it, and if they somehow were able to pull in Ian McKellen to maybe show a life story,
maybe flat.
If you were an X-Men character, who would you be? Go.
Oh God, Wolverine. You could live for 100 years.
Go ahead.
Iceman.
Iceman.
Jean Grey, Storm, no, Kitty Pryde, no, I don't know.
Did you say Katy Perry?
Yeah, Katy Perry.
Yeah.
I don't know who I'd
Man,
be.
I'm telling you, without a doubt, Colossus. I want those.
You'd be Colossus?
Dude, good-looking dude, always wearing sunglasses. He takes them off and he just destroys people. Yeah, he's freaking awesome.
I would constantly
or Gambit, because he's French.
Yeah,
I like
throwing
Gambit.
Cards.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never really identified with X-Men.
Really?
You know,
who's your identifying superhero? You're Superman.
Superman. Yeah, Superman and then Spider-Man.
Batman.
Man, I guess
John Sally.
It'd have to be Superman for me too, man. I was a huge Superman fan growing up. And I got to X-Men later.
Yeah, I only got into X-Men through the movie, funny enough, and then my buddy. I was into comics always, but then my buddy got me into X-Men. I started collecting some.
The first comic I ever started collecting was Spawn. I always wanted to be Spawn, even though he was dead. Loved Spawn.
I did not want to be him, but I love the comic book.
Dude, whatever.
He went to hell and became burnt up.
I know, but it's still pretty sweet.
But going back to your question, I find it so funny because I'm literally sitting here going through every mutant in my head trying to think who I'd be because I immediately like,
Beast.
What a dick I am. I'm like, well, I can't be Nightcrawler because he looks weird, so I can't be him. Beast, he's blue. I can't be him. Wait, what about Cyclops? No, Cyclops has that thing on his eyes. I can't do that. Well, this is awful.
Why wouldn't you be Wolverine? Number one, you can't get hurt. You heal like that. You don't have to worry about any injuries. You live for like an extra couple hundred years.
You're the favorite. You're betting on the favorite team. I want to be the dude.
I'm betting on it because that's the coolest power.
Oh, come on. You just got claws coming out of your hands. Nothing big.
I would barely use the claws. I would just want the healing.
All right, let's take another call from Schmoville real quick.
Nice.
What up? You're in Schmoville. Give me some knowledge.
Hey, guys. This is Alex.
Alex, what's up, brother? How you doing?
Hey.
I'm good. First of all, Josh, last podcast creeps me out, too. I was so scared.
Thanks, dude. Yeah, I was telling them I went to see it. A buddy of mine that watches the podcast got me tickets to a screening, and he said I had to go with him. Dude, I was a little girl in that theater. I was scared out of my mind. If you were scared from anything they said, don't go see that movie because it'll freak you out.
Yeah, I know. I was just sitting in my room hearing, like, the things that Ed and Lorraine had done, and I was just freaking out. I was like, okay, there's somebody behind me right now?
Good Lord.
Okay.
Yeah, right? You got anything you want to talk about? What were we talking about?
I think first of all, I want to hear Mark's rant on How to Train Your Dragon and how great it is. But
I will. You
really
call that a rant? I call that. Oh my God! I will go for hours on that.
Jesus, take it easy.
Yeah.
I want. This is about Comic-Con. It's not necessarily about
Sure, go whatever.
the movie, but it's about the Game of Thrones panel.
Yeah.
And the fact that they just cast. I don't know if any of you guys are Sherlock fans, but the guy in it, he's Sherlock's brother, and he also writes it, and he's like awesome. He's a great British actor. He got cast in Game of Thrones, and they're keeping his role uber top secret. So I was just wondering what you guys are looking forward to hear about that, and then also what you are expecting.
Dude, thanks for the call, man. Great hearing from you, Alex. We'll talk about it while you're off. But yeah, great stuff, man. Thank you. I don't watch.
Game of Thrones?
No, I don't watch Sherlock.
Oh, Sherlock.
I don't watch
either.
Sherlock either.
I heard it's fantastic.
I hear it's great
too.
I've not seen it.
I got to look more into that casting. I honestly, Game of Thrones can do no wrong at this point for me. As far as casting goes, they've been just fantastic as far as casting goes. But I'll take a look, Alex. I'll watch maybe some Sherlock stuff, and I'll see what this is all about. The Emmy noms came out. We're going to talk about that in the next hour. But let's.
We have you know what? We're going to announce another contest winner.
Yeah, let's announce the contest.
Coming up on the next break. Yep. So I thought that the next one we have here again, you guys.
Contest winner number 2.
So awesome! You guys were putting in all these great comments on the Schmoes crew, and we really looked at them, and it was really hard to pick. But
again, this is telling you when I got some of those tweets from the fans, some weird stuff. I was like, "What the frig is going on right now? Like, why are they tweeting me about my personal life? This is creepy."
And I'm kicking myself because when I was taking the notes on this, and I was talking to Christian, and we were picking the winner. I wrote down what each person was commenting on, and some of these were about JTI, me, you, Christian, Mark, Tiffany. And I specifically wanted to pick some guys and then tell you guys in the studio, they knew everything about you, Macuga. Right. They knew everything about you, JTI. Yeah, I left that piece of paper at home, so fuck me.
Well done, Reilly. He is the producer of the show this evening, killing it.
Producing, air quotes, because I'm just sitting here looking at friggin' my phone. Okay, so the next contest winner is Dane Owens.
Dane Owens from
Wampapock,
Massachusetts. His mom and dad are both teachers. They're lovely people.
We don't know any of that,
no,
actually.
We know nothing about Dane Owens.
Dane Owens. If you hear your name, please come to the front customer service at the Kmart to pick up your... No, I'm kidding.
No returns.
Dane Owens, please send in your information to the Facebook page for Schmoes Know.
Get some free ripped.
Yeah, you're going to get a free ripped shirt. Thanks for commenting. You knew a lot about this particular schmo, and we really appreciate it. So...
Dane, you're the man.
You're the man.
If I was correct on anything about your family, just tweet at me because that would be hysterical.
I know. What if you got it all right?
I'm from Wawapoke. I don't even know if that's a city, actually.
What would be even worse if he's at the Kmart customer service right now asking for his blue vest. Yeah. So I guess we're going to break right now.
We're going to go to break. Guys, we got one more hour of the Schmoes Know podcast. Send us in your tweets. Keep calling. We're going to take more calls. In the second half of the show, we're going to talk some TV. We're going to talk some movie. We're going to talk Pacific Rim. Again, send us in hashtag Schmoes Know podcast. Top tweet. Get some Magic Hat swag. We'll see you in the next half hour. Toad Hop Network.
All right.
This is Batman. It's got to be.
Back. Yeah. What is this music, guys? You were wrong.
Harry
by the
Potter?
Way, but not Batman.
He sounds just
Schmoville,
like Batman.
Tweet in right now. What are we playing right now?
The beginning of the TMX at the beginning of a movie?
Nope.
THX?
It's actually one of my favorite scores. Sorry we didn't do the scores from you guys today, but obviously we were a little busy with certain things.
Are they going to tweet us in?
Yeah, I'm waiting for a tweet. Does anybody in Schmoville know what this music is from? We're talking Comic-Con, guys. Hold on, I got some in here. Ooh, okay, and everybody's right. Okay, it's X-Men.
Oh, there we go. That
Actually,
makes sense.
more so X2.
It's airborne.
All right, Graham Harwell. Good job.
Harwell. I love Graham Harwell.
Good job. Matt
a good
Brown.
tweeter, man.
Good job,
Obviously,
man.
Matt Brown, great tweeter.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, welcome back to the Schmoes Know podcast. I'm your guest host tonight, Josh Macuga, in the captain's chair right next to my two good friends. Josh, the intern on my left, Mark Reilly on my right, Fat K, Facty McFacterson. We've spent the first hour talking Comic-Con, talking a little bit of movie news, talking jokes. Johnny Ice on the sound has been adding in his 2 cents, which has been pretty insightful. Not a big...
Don't like Jennifer Lawrence.
Does not like Jennifer Lawrence.
So got a very
what did we learn about Johnny
face.
Ice?
He doesn't like Jennifer Lawrence, so he's not going to go see the new Hunger Games movie. I'm going to be there with mesh shorts on and a full boner.
He obviously his
hole in the popcorn.
His preferred mutant is Iceman.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He shoots ice.
That might be mine actually too. I dig Bobby Drake.
Or a male Mystique.
Ooh, male Mystique.
You know, if I could be a Mystique.
Chad Ochocinco as a male Mystique.
He is a Mystique. Man.
Speaking of a mutant power, my mutant power, if I could have one, would be able to go to any movie for free. But instead, I have Movie Pass. When we started pitching this Movie Pass, I didn't believe in it. Not believe in it. I didn't get it at first, and then I got it, and now I haven't stopped going to see movies because it goes to my local theater, which is awesome. I've seen so many movies with it. I've been able to take the lady, a couple late, whatever, for her to go see it. And I tell you what, it's great. Go check out Movie Pass. They're a great sponsor of ours. It really is just an awesome way to see a movie and see more movies for way less money. So if you guys go see a ton of movies, Movie Pass makes sense. It's gonna, $30 a month to go see. Basically, that's $1 a day to go see a movie. Even if you see 10 movies, that's only $3 a movie. It's pretty incredible. And when you're spending out here, you're spending $15, $18 sometimes on a movie. It's well worth your money. And even if you're out in middle America and you're still spending $10 on a movie, it's worth it. If you guys go see a lot of movies, check out Movie Pass. It's a great deal and a great thing, and we love them. We love them here at the Schmoes Know podcast.
Yeah, man.
I wanted to. Mark Riley's going to check out some of the top tweets. We're going to read some a little bit. We're going to take your phone calls at the end of the half hour. We got a special guest coming in that everybody's going to love.
We do?
Yeah, we do. We do. Were you unaware?
I guess didn't get the memo.
Josh and I know.
Yeah, I know. Who's left? Who's here?
Who's left?
Everybody's in San Diego or something.
I wanted to talk Emmy noms if you guys wanted to go. Just like some of the main categories.
Let's do this. Schmoville, why don't you send in some tweets, hashtag Schmoes Know podcast, and give us some topics. What are you guys thinking about right now? We've talked about Comic-Con. We've talked about movies. We talked about we're gonna start talking about some Emmy stuff right now. The Emmy awards Emmy nominations came out today. So Schmoville, send in some tweets. Hashtag Schmoes Know podcast. I'm going to pick a few. We're going to read them out there, and hopefully it'll and cite a topic for us to talk about. But Macuga.
Well, you know me. I love my TV.
You love your TV. What happened?
Wildman TV.
The Emmys today.
Emmys were today. I actually got an invite to go down to the noms, but I couldn't make it. I was shooting something this morning, so I couldn't go. But I had a friend that went, and it was just kind of live tweeting it. I'm just going to go through a couple of the main categories and say which ones I think are going to win. Off the Emmy noms. Lead actor in a drama series, we got Hugh Bonneville from Downton Abbey. And again, Downton Abbey is nominated a bunch of times and is the only show in most of these Emmys that I don't watch. And I guess I don't
watch it either.
I'm just finishing up Lost right now. I've never watched Lost.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's all because I know, and it's all because of you guys that I'm in Lost. Because
is it blowing your mind?
I love it.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start watching Downton Abbey soon. Again, Wildman TV, the one recommendation I'm going to give you guys this week, watch Ray Donovan on Showtime. If you have Showtime, dude, it is fantastic. Jon Voight, I've never been Jon Voight is an American hero, basically, in the acting community. I've never been like, oh, man, I got to see Jon Voight. Jon Voight totally kills it in Ray Donovan. Go see it. He's fantastic. Probably one of the better characters that's been introduced on TV this year. All right, lead actor in a drama series, Hugh Bonneville, Downton Abbey, Bryan Cranston, obviously we know, Jeff Daniels, Newsroom, John Hamm, Mad Men, Damian Lewis, Homeland, Kevin Spacey, House of Cards. If I was going to pick a winner, and I think that
Bryan Cranston.
It's going to be Cranston because it's
right?
Unless they skip him this year and then give it to him next year.
I was just going to say, because that's right. We have one more. We have one more season.
John Hamm had a crazy season this year on Mad Men.
Yeah.
He was fantastic this year on Mad Men. But honestly, my wild card, and we both watched it. Did you watch House of Cards?
Oh yeah, Kevin Spacey.
Dude, Kevin Spacey is incredible.
He is incredible.
Fantastic.
And how about that?
The best he's
House
been in
of Cards.
years.
Netflix is
Look
getting
at
Emmy
Netflix.
noms.
That's
awesome.
Netflix is coming out with some strong stuff now. What is Orange is the New Black?
Orange is the New Black. I just started the pilot today and haven't gotten through it.
Everybody's saying it's brilliant, and I got to check it out. I love that they're doing original programming. I think it's an obvious natural evolution.
And you know what I think is great is that this is going to, because they got the Emmy noms and because people are seeing it, this is going to lead to bigger and better things for pay internet TV, and it's going to open up way more windows for scripted television that we need, because networks won't take a risk on scripted television.
No.
But these paid channels will, and that's fantastic for all of us TV writers and all of us TV actors and people that want to be on television.
Now, who do you see winning this category? Do you think it's Cranston, or do you think Spacey could sneak in there?
Well, I don't think it's going to be Jeff Daniels. He was great.
Okay.
And I don't think it's going to be Damian Lewis again. For some reason, and I don't think it's going to be Hugh Bonneville. I think it's between Cranston and
Hamm.
See, I never got to Mad Men.
I'm going to go with John Hamm.
I will just and I apologize out there, Schmoville, for not remembering, but it goes with this conversation. Somebody tweeted in talking about the fact that Hannibal got screwed on the Emmys. What's his name? Mads Mikkelsen?
Yeah.
Who plays Hannibal?
Close. Yeah.
I've watched a couple episodes of Hannibal. It's good. I'm just not. I'm not caught up in it like I am most of these other shows.
I'm pretty much caught up. I have like a couple episodes left. I really like it, but what you talk about the future of television, Netflix, being able to push boundaries, do things you can't do on network television. I think that is the one thing Hannibal is missing. If that thing was on like AMC. Or if it was on Showtime.
I think you can honestly say that a lot about a lot of shows. Really and truly.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Dude, I mean, if Sons of Anarchy was on Showtime or HBO, that show would probably be 10 times more well-received than it is being on FX.
And that's still well-received.
Again, it's a fantastic television show. Yeah. Lead actress in a drama series, Connie Britton, Nashville, Claire Danes, Homeland, Michelle Dockery, Downton Abbey, Vera Farmiga, Bates Motel, Elizabeth Moss, Mad Men, Kerry Washington, Scandal, Robin Wright, House of Cards. Listen, if I was going to pick a winner, and I watch all of these shows, except Downton Abbey. Vera Farmiga and Bates Motel is good. Connie Britton in Nashville, dude, I love Connie Britton. Since
I do too.
Since Friday Night Lights, but if Robin Wright doesn't win this for House of Cards, Robin Wright is the hands down most villainous female in TV in the last 5 years.
She's the villain in that thing, man.
She
is awesome.
When she fires that woman who's been working for her for like 20 years, that's incredible television.
You would say she's the villain of that show?
Absolutely. They're a villainous couple, but she's more villainous than he is.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I think
she's his puppet master.
I think her character changes a little bit throughout the season, though.
Dude, she has his hand up his butt.
I agree with that.
The reason that he has sex with Katie Mara is because she tells him to. In other words, she basically tells him to have sex with that girl.
I would almost say Kevin Spacey's a little bit more. Well, I see what you're saying with this. She's kind of like the puppeteer.
Yeah.
I can see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I mean, the opening shot of that show is basically Spacey killing a dog.
I think she's going to shock, and I think that's a huge coup for Netflix. I think Robin Wright Penn will win Best Lead Actress in a Drama Series.
I think it's the best new show I've seen in years.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
It's great.
I'm not really into politics, and I love that show. Comedy series, Big Bang Theory, Girls, Louie, Modern Family, 30 Rock, Veep. 30 Rock's going to win it because it was their Farrell season.
Farrell season, yeah.
I think so.
Well, what was it again? It was 30 Rock.
Big Bang Theory, Girls, which I hate, Louie, which is awesome, Modern Family, 30 Rock, Veep. I watch all of them except Big Bang Theory.
I would love for 30 Rock to get it because it needs it.
It deserves it.
Has it won before? I'm not
it
sure.
won once.
It's like because Modern Family's won like every year, and I love Modern Family, but I would love to see 30 Rock get it. Girls, I like. But I don't. Again, I don't think it's a comedy.
You guys watch Veep?
Veep, I've heard is great.
Okay,
I've never watched it.
Yep.
I need to watch it.
And it gives me my Tony Hale fix because he really wasn't in much of the new Arrested Development on
barely
Netflix. He's so good. He's just awesome. Lead actor in a comedy series, Jason Bateman, Arrested Development on Netflix.
Nice.
Louis C.K., Don Cheadle, House of Lies, Matt LeBlanc episodes, Jim Parsons, Alec Baldwin. I think they're going to give it to Alec Baldwin, to be honest with you. I think 30 Rock's going to sweep the comedy because it was their farewell season.
Yeah. And he deserves it. Yeah, I mean,
Dude,
he's
he's so
good in that show.
You know when he came out and he said that Tina Fey resurrected his career? It's
true.
It's true.
It's absolutely true.
I would have never imagined
in a gutter.
I would have never imagined he would have been that good at comedy.
Incredible.
Growing up watching him in films.
Watch his Seinfeld Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh no, you got to watch Alec Baldwin in in
Larry Sanders Show.
No, it's a movie. It's a
really
movie
good.
that reminds me very much of his character in.
Well, he used to do
30
SNL.
Rock.
He used to do SNL a lot, and he's always
he's
good
hosted a bunch of times.
Oh God, Schmoville, what is this movie? It's God. Tweet in. Help Reilly out.
Ice, what TV do you watch? What are you into?
Oh, I watch like I do watch Modern Family, Louie, Wilfred.
Nice.
Wilfred's pretty good.
Burn Notice, Royal Pains. I like that.
Some USA stuff.
USA.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ice, you're such a wild card. I think I know what you're going to say. And you're like, House. You're like, well,
Castle.
Castle.
Yeah.
See?
Burn Notice? Yeah.
Wow, man. When I met Nathan Fillion, I was like, dude.
Oh, yeah, he's the man.
No, he's the man.
He's the man.
I will say that we're getting a lot of tweets about how Walking Dead was not.
No, it got snubbed a bunch.
Rightfully, in my opinion. I'm sorry.
I think the season finale hurt it. I do.
I think season 3 was.
My buddy Curtis Gwynn is writing on this newest season, and if you guys want to check out a great podcast, You Made It Weird with Pete Holmes, his podcast, and he talks about writing on The Walking Dead. It's very good. But I think this season of The Walking Dead is kind of going to flip it a little bit. I think it's going to be good.
I hope so. I'm like this close to jumping ship.
All right, so we got.
Write it.
Wow.
I think that you have every right to be like that too.
I honestly do.
Lead actress in a comedy series: you got Lena Dunham, Laura Dern in Enlightened, Tina Fey, Amy Poehler, Julie Louis-Dreyfus, Edie Falco. They got to give it to Tina Fey.
Tina Fey.
I mean, she's a legend. If they don't give it to her, and I'll tell you what, this season of 30 Rock, the farewell season, there's a lot of times when they like wrap it up neatly. It was, dude, there was no like wrap up really, and it was just really well done.
Yeah.
You know, the finale wasn't like all touchy-feely jerk-off fest.
Yeah.
It was really just well done. It was in 30 Rock. Ice laughs at the jerk-off fest.
I would have just liked to seen that, you know?
Tina Fey, giving Tracy Morgan, giving
Alec Baldwin.
Yeah, everybody.
Jerking
you know
off.
what I mean?
You
like
just ruined it for me. Oh, God.
I think she'll win it. Supporting actor in a comedy series: Adam Driver, Girls, Jesse Tyler Ferguson, Ed O'Neill, Ty Burrell, all 3 from Modern Family. Yeah. Bill Hader, Saturday Night Live. That's. I'll tell you what. I'd love to see Tony Hale's the last in Veep. I'd love to see him win.
I got to say something though. The guy from Friends. What's Friends?
Girls.
Girls.
He's the only reason I keep watching that
guys,
show.
I'm stuck in the 80s or the 90s for Friends.
Damn it,
guys,
Ross!
I'm stuck in a time continuum that is screwing with me.
You know the supporting actor on Alf?
Oh my God, dude! Did you guys see Battlestar Galactica, the 1978 version? Okay, the guy from Girls,
he's fantastic.
He is fantastic.
The only reason I keep watching that show, I tell you,
way to go
like
for that Emmy nod for him. I just wanted to say that.
Supporting actress in a comedy series: Mayim Bialik, who is Blossom, right?
Blossom.
From Big Bang Theory: Jane Lynch, Sofia Vergara, Julie Bowen, Merritt Weaver, Nurse Jackie, Jane Krakowski, 30 Rock, Anna Klumsky, Veep. Again, I think 30 Rock sweeps this. I think Jane Krakowski wins.
Yeah.
And I think here's the one I really want to talk about. Drama series. These are just powerhouses. You got Breaking Bad,
Yeah,
Downton Abbey, Homeland, Game of Thrones, House of Cards, Mad Men. That's like if somebody gave you Kate Upton, Kate Beckinsale, Scarlett Johansson. They just kept rattling off hot girls, and you're like, I don't know who to pick.
I'd take Kate Winslet too.
Yeah, throw Kate Winslet in there.
Yeah, that's a hard call right there, man.
Listen, I don't think Breaking Bad's going to win this year. I think it will win next year.
Okay.
I don't think Downton Abbey will win. I don't think Homeland will win. I don't think Game of Thrones will win. This was a good season, but I don't think it was great. I honestly think that House of Cards is going to win.
I think it has a real shot. I do think it has a real shot.
If you're asking me who I would give it to, I'd give it to Breaking Bad. I thought those 7 episodes were amazing. I don't want to get into details.
That last part on the toilet, my good Lord.
I mean, the whole... they had a very,
The IRS is breathing down my neck like it's some kind of personal vendetta against Bobby Finstock. Bobby Finstock, no. Bobby Finstock, no.
That's the guess?
Bobby Finstock,
my Emmy nomination for Best Supporting Actor in a Comedy Podcast, Bobby Finstock.
The IRS is breathing down my neck.
Wait a minute. I didn't.
Bobby Finstock, no.
Wait a minute. I'm producing this show, and I did
some
not.
kind of personal vendetta.
I did not approve this.
No. Bobby Finstock.
I did not approve this.
Mark Reilly was against this as soon as he saw that bearded mug.
Mr. Finstock.
Hello.
How the hell are you, sir?
Welcome to the program.
Somebody cancel Harriet Tubman Day.
I think they already did.
Didn't they? Is there a day for that?
It's underground. Welcome to the program, Mr. Finstock.
Hey,
welcome.
Man.
That mustache is looking fantastic tonight.
Thank you.
Looking ultra Sonic the Hedgehog this evening.
I was trying. I was supposed to be at Comic-Con, but Henry Winkler wanted me there. But I was like, listen, man, I can't go.
Yeah.
I got other stuff to do.
What's Henry Winkler doing down there?
He's his leather jacket from Happy Days is on display.
Oh, cool.
Of course
it was on loan from the Smithsonian.
Does it have its own panel?
It does. What's his name? Erin Moran was doing it because she needs money.
Okay, gotcha.
I heard now. Is it true Henry Winkler is in the leather jacket and he's just standing in a glass case?
It could be him.
Okay, because that's what I heard.
He has multiple clones at this point.
There's a lot of people who look like him nowadays.
Yeah. Okay,
Stallone credits. Henry Winkler credits Stallone with giving him the Rocky look. I mean, the Fonzie look.
Lords of Flatbush.
Through Lords of Flatbush, exactly.
Oh, wow, that's great.
Wow.
I was debating something.
Finstock, what's your best Comic-Con story? Because I know you got a few.
Well, does anybody know what it was originally called?
No.
FinstockCon?
No, well, close. There's that one's going on later tonight at the
Chateau.
At the Roger Room.
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. Nice.
This one was called. It was originally called the Golden State Comic Convention.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, it started in 1970.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a guy named Stephen Alf. Or Alf, actually.
Alien
and he started it, and he also was the inspiration behind the TV show Alf. I know you guys can check it out, whatever. It's all good.
That's
well done.
That's not. Is that true? I'm just gonna. I'll just shrug and say, why not?
Finstock, if you were at Comic-Con this weekend, who would you be most looking forward to seeing? We know Ice.
Are they doing the Smurfs over there?
They are not.
There is a small panel, very small,
very small,
smaller than a
blue.
Smurf, if you can
panel.
believe.
Well, because I heard there was like interesting things. I don't know if anybody's seen the Smurf movie yet, but I've seen a sneak preview of it. something crazy happens. Hefty comes out as a homosexual.
Finstock. The entire gay community has now signed up for the Schmoes Know podcast, knowing full well that the Smurfs are now the gayest cartoon outside of Planes, the new Pixar movie. Just when you thought you couldn't get any more moving characters speaking, when the cars weren't enough, they brought in Planes.
I have a question for you from Schmoville, Mr. Finstock.
Yeah.
How the hell do you know so much shit?
Well, I mean, I grew up in the inner city Bronx, so it's like there's a lot of times where I couldn't go out of my house after nightfall.
True.
So it was like I had to study stuff. There was no computers and stuff, but I did a lot of magazines and TV and.
Didn't you have to wait in line for the town computer in the Bronx?
Oh, there was none.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was a fountain of. I watched a lot of wrestling.
A lot of wrestling.
Hey, did you guys hear? Well, I have a theory. It's good-looking people never get hit by cars.
Huh. This is true.
Yeah, it's only one because they're never in a hurry. So when you see like somebody crossing the street, it's like a chick always walking. She's strutting. She's so hot. She has nowhere to go.
No.
She's just hanging out.
Right.
It's always like the caption the next day in the newspaper where you see a little fat little dumpy kid and they're like, oh yeah, Jimmy got ran over by a car because he was like running to like the GameStop or something. You know, he gets.
Are you trying out stand-up material? What's going on here? I feel like this is like a pitch session.
I'm just saying, if you're like, there's a lot of traffic at Comic Con.
McKellen comes into the new X-Men thing. He's like, guys, before we start reading, isn't it true that good-looking people walk across the road and they're like, you shall not pass. Am I right, guys? Am I right? Okay.
Why do you think all the hobbits were hit by a car before production?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So basically what I'm saying is if you're a short, fat, dumpy person, I wouldn't jaywalk.
Watch your back?
I wouldn't jaywalk.
I wouldn't jaywalk. Let's take a couple calls from Schmoville because Bobby Finstock rarely gets to talk to callers. Let's hear from
This will be interesting.
What up, Schmoville? Finstock in the house. What kind of questions you got for him? Power Hour.
Poof.
I really don't know what to say once Bobby Finstock comes into the room.
Yeah, right?
There you go. What's up, dude? Who we got?
You got an open ear with Bobby Finstock.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if we can jump right back into the Emmys before Finstock starts talking about
I'll
how
answer
he
your
played
question
live
about
size.
Emmys too, dude.
Yeah,
I mean,
talk
I got
Emmys.
that.
Hey, you got some Emmy stuff?
I'm not
Let's
just
hear
another
it.
pretty face.
Yeah, before he starts talking about how he played life-size mousetrap at Eddie Murphy's house or something.
It was Twister.
Well done. Well done,
Oh,
sir.
Of course it was.
So what's your question about the Emmys?
It's really more of a comment. It seems that every year the Emmys seem to just nominate the same shows. I mean, it's really predictable. I mean, a few weeks ago, I predicted exactly who's going to be nominated for lead actor in a drama, and I was right.
Look at you, Cleo. I'm kidding. Go ahead.
I'm that good.
You're that good.
That's good.
Okay.
But it seems like they always snub the same stuff, and good stuff too. I mean, like, where's the Emmy nominations for Always Sunny?
Yeah.
That doesn't. You know what the problem was with Always Sunny is that they don't play well with the Emmy nomination crew because it's a bunch of stuffy old douche nozzles that are like, hold up and they're, it's great comedy. I agree with you. I love Always Sunny. It's one of my favorite shows of all time. It's just, it's not Emmy fodder, man. It's just not Emmy fodder.
I don't think the acting should be nominated. Maybe the writing.
Yeah.
The writing should definitely be nominated. Maybe it's for that shit show Big Bang Theory.
I 100% agree with you, dude. 100% agree with you.
I think
What's
the
name's got the guys on the
Emmys, it seems more so than the Oscars, but the Oscars does this too. It's like whatever's popular.
Yeah, well, that's why Big Bang Theory is even nominated.
Yeah, the Big Bang Theory. I mean, please, it's like it's over. Okay,
get theirs.
We have so many more wonderful shows out there than Big Bang. Stop giving it to them. It was like the year that it was like every year that what's his name, Fraser Crane kept nominated, winning the Emmy every year.
And if somebody keeps telling me that like smart television can win Emmys because Fraser did it,
it's like,
okay, let's be honest.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, I think I would really like to see them take some chances on some of these shows. I would love to see a Walking Dead Emmy nomination.
Hey, caller, if you were gonna give one snub a nomination, who would you give? You got one.
That's tough. I have to go actor in the show. Actor, I got to go John Noble on Fringe. Show as a whole, I got to go The Americans. I thought it was fantastic.
Great call. Americans so good. I was pretty pissed that they didn't get it. Dude,
totally snubbed.
Totally
I
snubbed.
mean, it got like 2 nominations, and one of them was a technical award.
Yeah, that's a good call. Hey, thanks for the call, man. I appreciate it. And keep listening, keep watching. We appreciate you, bud.
Yeah.
All right, I like it. An Emmy call. Are you taking another?
No. Yeah, we'll take another one.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Let's take a number. We got Bobby Finstock here. Did anybody in Schmoville want to talk to Bobby Finstock?
I got another crazy.
What's up, caller? You're on the line. Schmoes No Podcast. Yeah, you got a question for Finstock? You got some Emmy noms? What you got?
Hey, Schmoville. It's Tony from Santa Barbara again.
Oh, hey,
What's
Tony.
up?
Antonio.
Now, why aren't Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless not nominated, or why is it the Sports
LeBron
Center
James is a
nominated?
close
That's the best show
personal
ever.
friend.
See, Stephen A. Smith, if that guy gets nominated for anything, I'm personally going to drive over and run a freaking car into his head.
Yeah, he's a
hate
pompous,
that guy.
he's a pompous idiot.
Pompous
Who,
idiot.
Stephen A. or Smith?
Stephen
Well,
A.
they both
Smith.
suck.
He's a
they're
piece
both
of
terrible.
junk.
He's junk. He's a racist.
Bobby, don't you have a Skip Bayless story that you want to?
Yeah. Well, he actually called me earlier, and he informed me that there's a Nazi-themed coffee shop in Indonesia. Okay.
That he invested in, right?
I don't know if he's investing in it, but it's really weird. Like, I know they're like 70 years behind the times and stuff like that.
Right.
But like, how could you do that?
Yeah,
like,
Skip
there's
Bayless.
something wrong with that.
Yep.
What are they ordering? Like,
See,
third
Tony,
right
this is what
lattes or
happens when
something?
you call in and ask Finstock questions. Hey, Tony, thanks for the call. We'll talk to you soon, bud.
Definitely.
I'll tell you what. That coffee shop sounds creepy.
It's pretty creepy.
Yeah. Why?
Double
why'd he call
lightning
you?
bolt espressos.
What
or
did he call
something?
you for? Did he tell you he wanted to meet for a drink? What's going on there?
No, he wanted me to inform me. He's like, I heard you going on Schmozno, and I want the world to know this, little known fact.
He only follows one person, and it's Bob Finstock. That's his only follow on Twitter.
Voila.
They got some pretty good things. Let's take one more call here from Schmoville. What up, Schmoville? You're in the house with Bob Finstock.
Hi.
If you were going to write a movie, what would you call it?
I'm not sure.
All right. Who we got? Who is this?
It's Stuart from Hawaii.
What's up, dude? How you doing?
Hawaii.
H-A-W-A.
Good. Finstock, do you have any good Bryan Cranston or Aaron Paul stories?
Oh, his Cranston story is on point.
Yeah, it's not bad. Dating back to like when he was Dr. Tom Watley and
Tim
on
Watley
on Seinfeld, I was an intern in Buena Vista TV for Lorenzo Di Bonavista. You know his name, or Di Bonaventure.
Yeah.
And he came in.
Great intern.
He came in, and they were like, I was like, who is this guy? And he was like, hey, you got any like non-fat like somethings? And I'm like, hey man, we don't serve that kind of stuff. And then I totally took him out of the picture. And then he came back in, and then I got fired, obviously, for telling him to take a hike, obviously.
And then, but to this day, don't you get invited to Bryan Cranston's Christmas party every year?
It's his Thanksgiving Day.
Oh,
bash.
Thanksgiving Day bash. My bad.
Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
It's not
And
bad.
again, if you go to his Thanksgiving Day bash, you don't knock on the door. You only ring the bell because he's the one who knocks, right?
Correct.
That's it. That's what I thought. Hey, dude, thanks for the call, man. We appreciate it.
That is correct.
All right.
Later on. All right, let's
We're getting close to break here.
We are. Okay.
So
let's read some top tweets.
Yeah, we got to get some top tweets right now, because right now we're getting a lot of reactions to
Finstock,
Mr. Finstock. We're getting some reactions to the Schmoes being in
Finstock,
San Diego, and they're posting as well.
Oh,
so
okay.
it's like we're running a dual Twitter thing here.
Gotcha.
So
are they even listening to the show? Because they were supposed to call in, but they're obviously not calling in.
They're not calling in, and they're not listening to the show.
I feel like they're like in a hot tub with El Mayambi.
Well, they just took a picture of Simon Pegg and Nick Frost at the IGN party.
Okay.
So they took a picture of them. The Schmoes are not
is
with them.
AEN of...
AEN.
Isn't that the Adult Entertainment Network?
No. IGN is
AVN.
something else. I have no idea.
AVN.
They're having a big party out down there, and the Schmoes are hanging out. It's pretty cool. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to announce the third contest winner for the Ripped Apparel T-shirt. Now, again, you guys at home listening, the Schmoes No
Finstock,
Contest.
you were getting pummeled with Twitters from Schmoville, too,
yeah,
right?
they asked about you as well, I think.
Oh, yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I just try to be the guy that my mom wanted me to be.
Well, if I do remember correctly,
currently you are not that.
A lot of people would write about Bobby Finstock, and what they would write was, "I know nothing about this fucking guy."
You're a mystery. You're an enigma.
Which I thought was hilarious. But nonetheless, we have our third contest winner. So listen up, kids. We got Stuart Featherin.
Stuart Featherin from the House Gryffindor.
Stuart.
Good name.
Featherin.
Stuart Featherin.
Hey.
I believe Stuart is from London.
I hope I got your name right, dude.
He hangs out at Platform 9 and
Stuart,
3/4.
if you're listening to this, you won yourself a Ripped Apparel shirt. Go ahead and send a message to the Schmoes Know on
He hates
Facebook.
Voldemort.
And we will send that out to you, Stuart. Thanks really a lot for sending in that great comment, and all of you guys for sending in those great comments. That was really great. You know a lot about us, and it really shows, and that just makes us all very happy. So, Stuart Featherin, you the winner, my man. So that's
Stuart
awesome.
Featherin.
So I think what we're gonna do is, guys, we're gonna go to break.
We're going into break, guys.
We're gonna take a little breather, and when we come back, why don't we talk Pacific Rim?
Let's talk a little Pacific Rim.
I think it's time.
I think we want to read some tweets, too.
We're going to read some tweets.
Top
So Schmoville, send in some tweets. do me a favor. Send in some tweets. Ask any questions you want us to answer. Some topics that maybe you want me to want us to talk about, and especially Pacific Rim. Some questions, concerns, thoughts. Schmoes Know Podcast. Hashtag it's the Schmoes Know Podcast. Thank you. What's the music we got? That's Godzilla. I think everybody knows what that means. Godzilla! I thought this was fitting based on the news that we were reporting earlier about Godzilla taking over Comic-Con. They got the Godzilla experience. They released the teaser poster.
Dude, I'm so
on
mad I'm not there for that.
schmoesno.com. You can go in if you're in, if for whatever reason, Schmova, you're in San Diego right now listening to this. What the fuck are you doing? Get out there, enjoy yourself, go drink some beers or something, and then tomorrow go to the Godzilla experience. I hear it's amazing.
And check out
Matthew Broderick's hosting.
Matthew Broderick is.
And check out schmoesno.com. Mark Reilly, head of the website, does some really, really good stuff. Guys, welcome back to the yeah, you're welcome, dude. And with all truth, it's fantastic. Welcome back to the Schmoes Know Podcast. Hashtag Schmoes Know Podcast. Tweet at us at Schmoes Know. I'm here with my main man, Bob Finstock, Josh the intern, Mark Reilly, Johnny Ice. We're on the Toad Hop Network. We got 30 minutes left here on the Schmoes Know Podcast. Christian and Mark are in Comic-Con. Yeah, we've been killing. Yeah. We talked Emmy noms. We talked TV. Talked a lot of Comic-Con at the beginning of it.
A lot of Comic-Con stuff.
We got Amazon.com. If you guys go on there and you go on the website, you go on the YouTube channel or anything like that, you click on Amazon. Anything that you click on, you go through the website or through the YouTube channel, and you use their promo code. Anything, it goes right back to us. Anything you guys want to buy, DVDs. I only own 2 DVDs. My roommate just moved out, right? And he took all of his DVDs.
Took all the movies?
They're all his.
So he had all of them.
He has all of them. The only 2 DVDs at the end of the day that I own are this. Go ahead.
Yeah, let's take a wild guess. You do two, and I'll do 2.
You'll never get either one.
I'm going to go with Rad.
Incorrect.
No, that was a joke. Actually, I got nothing. Bobby Finstock.
I'm going to go with Bound by Honor, Blood In, Blood Out.
That's a great DVD.
It's amazing DVD. Yep. And I would probably say
book, too.
Zoolander.
Incorrect.
I'll say you have a collection of Lost.
Nope.
That's one of them. No?
I'm going to say Roadhouse.
Nope.
Or Animal House.
Nope.
Damn.
Ice?
Roadhouse.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. What?
I only own 2 DVDs. What are they?
Oh, shit. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1. And could it be the Full House season 1?
No.
Oh, man. I'm sorry. Debbie does Dallas. Debbie does Des Moines.
Oh, wait. Steelers DVD.
Correct.
Yes.
Steelers,
nice.
Steelers Super Bowl champion.
Shit.
XL Super Bowl 50 or Super Bowl 40, and Journey Live in Houston.
Wow.
Those are the only 2 DVDs that I own.
Those both were on DVD.
Yeah.
VHS.
And Journey Live in Houston. If you guys want to, cool, man, is that a great concert? Steve Perry just crushing it. And the Steelers Super Bowl 40 DVD, absolutely fantastic. It won 37 Emmys the year that it came out.
Very nice.
Limited release.
Didn't know that.
So we're here. Last 30 minutes here on the Schmoes podcast. Riley, we got some tweets.
We got some tweets. Guys, we asked you about, what do you want to talk about? I mentioned Pacific Rim. We've got a lot of tweets about that. I'm going to start first by saying that one of our contest winners, Dane Owens.
Yes.
Josh Macuga, you did a shot in the dark on Dane and where he's from, where he hails from. I got a tweet from Dane. Dane says Macuga got absolutely nothing right about me.
Dane, I apologize.
Set that up.
Dane, thank you for setting the record
Dane,
straight.
you're the man regardless.
Macuga only knows things about girls.
Yeah, it's true.
It's true. It's very true.
And Steelers and Journey.
Right.
So like I said, guys, Schmoville, tweet us in with the hashtag #SchmoesKnowPodcast. We're talking Pacific Rim. We didn't really warn about this ahead of time, but this is going to be a spoiler discussion. Okay? Everybo's seen it here. Finstock has seen the 10 minutes.
I've seen the first 25 minutes.
25 minutes.
And Warner Brothers in New York.
Yeah. So, we're going to spoil it. So
let me just say this: when I saw the trailer for the first time, I thought that it was Godzilla. I thought this was going to be a Godzilla movie.
You thought it was a Godzilla movie?
Yeah.
I thought Cloverfield.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Which was a great movie, by the by.
It was very good. For cheap money, too.
Yeah, right. I'll be honest with you. I went in because, first of all, when I watched the trailer, I felt the same way I thought about a lot of like the Transformers movies. Like, we can't win. You know, it's like monsters versus robots. It's like that same kind of thing. We're going to win. I wasn't too excited about it. Then Matt Key, that giant SOB, and his hot wife / girlfriend, I'm not sure what she is. They pitched me Pacific Rim like it was Breaking Bad. Like there was that.
Oh, those two people were in here that one day, right?
Yeah,
I was here too.
And they were standing up. They said they were clapping during the premiere, and I was like, "Wait a second, should I go see this?" And then Christian and Mark went to see it, and they rated it higher than Man of Steel.
Right,
that's true.
And I saw it with them.
And they probably seen Pacific Rim Job.
I've also seen that. It is fantastic.
That is
like Asian
but guys,
Great
I mean that's
production
not an action adventure movie. That's a horror movie. Just so you know, guys. So if you're the fans at home.
Okay, but I went to see it excited, really excited. Had I gone to see it, well, first of all, had it just been without like everybody psyched up about it, I would have waited for DVD. I really would have, or like HBO or something. I really would have.
Not something to watch on DVD.
But I went to see it.
Yeah,
it was good. It was like it was like. I didn't have to pay for it. Okay.
Well, I got Tyler Myers here saying that Pacific Rim slays Transformers. I agree with that.
I don't disagree with that. I was saying what my original thought from the trailer was.
Not the original Transformers.
The first one?
The first one was good.
Oh, the first one was fantastic.
I liked the first one, and I didn't hate the third one. I thought the third one was decent. Hated the second. But we're not talking about Transformers. We're talking about Pacific Rim. And a lot of the tweets, let's talk about this. A lot of the tweets coming in, people love Pacific Rim, okay? We'll talk about the merits of the movie and what we thought about the movie, but a lot of people are wondering why it didn't do better at the box office. More so, why did Grown Ups 2 beat it? Now, I have my thoughts about this.
So do I.
We're just talking domestic.
I think a lot of people have their thoughts about this.
Let's go around the room. We'll start with Finstock, obviously.
Finstock, go for it.
I believe that it's got a lot of negative press. I mean, we're almost done with the summer movie season.
Yeah.
It's a little late. I think people are sick of it week after week, seeing these big movies that are just so crazy.
Yeah.
Like, it's a bad time slot. It's way over budget. $250 million to do a movie is just ludicrous.
Yeah.
On numerous levels.
Yeah.
That's
including marketing or in addition, sometimes in addition to marketing.
It's $350 million, almost $400 million in. It'll make it's going to sever the relationship between Legendary and Warner Brothers eventually. Legendary's on the hook for like $190 million. Warner Brothers it's a ton of money. I don't think it's in Del Toro's wheelhouse. They probably should have fucking sucked it up, did like an $80 million Hellboy 3 and called it a day. But
don't disagree.
So, it is what it is. Domestic, it's not going to make the money it needs to make. It probably top out at like 140 or something like that.
Will it make it international?
Yeah, it will. It won't be a major disappointment. Legendary will lose a ton of money. Warner Brothers will come out smelling like a rose.
Yeah.
No, didn't you at one point build yourself a human robot? Tell us that story.
Well, I actually was on a set of Rocky IV, and I incorporated the robot that Paulie had.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. So
he could have kicked some ass.
Then I transformed some wires, and every day I wake up and it says, Finstock, you're God. That's all it says, though. I couldn't do anything else. Now it's just,
well done. Well, good programming. Yeah. JTI, what do you think? What do you think?
Well, to answer your question, I could totally see why Grown Ups 2 would beat it. It's a family-friendly film. It's got all these established stars from Kevin James to Adam Sandler, who, even though his movies have been horrible lately.
I heard it's unwatchable.
I have no plans of watching it. I didn't even like the first one, and I basically watched it on TV one night. Pacific Rim, listen, if you're a 10-year-old kid who likes to see giant robots and monsters, you're having the time of your life.
Is it PG-13?
It is PG-13, yeah. Mm-hmm. My problem is a few girls I've talked to have no interest in seeing that film.
Right.
Unless you're dragging your girlfriend to go see this thing, it's going to be a challenge. You're probably going to go see it with your friends.
It's not a date night movie.
It's not a date night movie.
It's 2 quadrant.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a big budget. And I mean, Guillermo del Toro, a huge fan.
Would you call him Guillermo?
Yeah.
Nice.
Good work.
I call like when Stewie says Cool Whip.
Yes.
Cool Whip.
Guillermo del Toro?
Yeah. Guillermo?
Is that right?
Guillermo.
Guillermo. So,
Jesus, JTI.
JDT is what I'm going to call him. I think he should be doing smaller films. Yeah. Guillermo del Toro.
You said JDT.
No, I said GDT.
No, you didn't.
Rewind it. Yeah, JTI.
Let's go to the videotape.
Warner Wolf.
I've never been wrong in my life, JTI. So
I just think they gambled a little bit too much on this one.
I think I'm
gonna
go with JTI on this one. I 100% agree. I think also the reason it goes back to our comic book movie discussion is this isn't a comic book movie. It doesn't have that built-in audience. It's going to get you that like upfront 30, 40 million, right? And then the next 40 is like the date night kind of movie because it didn't have that trailer of like a love story. It's literally just robots fighting monsters in the trailer. So it's going to be hard to get a girl. Let's just like use real life instance. It's going to be hard to get a girl that really wanted to go see like Sex and the City 2 to go on a date
There was
night
no
to see
actors
Pacific
in
Rim.
the trailer.
No,
there was nothing in the trailer.
It's just
it was junk.
It was music and explosions and robots beating monsters up.
Period. And it's not Del Toro's wheelhouse.
No.
Like he does way better things than that. Like Pan Labyrinth. I mean, I know his assistant, this guy Russell, and he's like, it is what it is. But it's like he wanted to do the movie for like $80 million. Legendary and Warner were like, no, do it for $250. Like what the fuck?
And
is
you would know,
going on?
as a friend to his assistant, isn't it true that Guillermo was going to do at the what's the Mouth of Madness?
Oh, with Tom Cruise.
And in his contract, if that fell apart, he was then forced.
Yes,
I say forced to do Pacific Rim.
Absolutely.
So you know,
it's payday. I mean, look,
it's
it
a
is what it
payday.
is.
Yeah.
And Finstock made a good point last week. There's not really a bankable star in this film.
No.
Now, maybe if Tom Cruise was the main guy in this, he might have had a hit.
I don't even know who's in it. Who's in it? Taylor Kitsch? Who's in it?
Yeah, Taylor Kitsch.
Nobody knows who's in it. Is that who's in it?
Is that your thoughts too on the whole thing?
You know, my thought. You know, I was thinking about this because when I walked out, I really liked it, but I had. You know, I liked it because I was like, oh, okay, it was a fun movie. Yeah. It was a fun movie. But when I thought about it some more, I actually thought that they missed the boat on something. And that was they went instead. I thought it was a really great move by the filmmakers to start in the middle of the movie. Mm-hmm. You know, the war against the kaiju has been happening for years and years and years. There was something that I missed, and that was the first kaiju attack. Like, what did the world do in order to like combat this?
Yeah.
What was it like to build the Jaegers, and what led them to that decision to build the Jaegers?
Yeah, imagine if they spent the first half hour building the thing and you saw it go for the first time.
I agree.
That's why Iron Man was so good.
I got a text. Ken Knapsack is calling in.
Oh.
Is he 917?
Yeah, he's New York.
I don't.
What's up? This is Schmobil. Who this?
Well, it's not Ken Knapsack.
Oh, all right. Well,
It is not Ken Knapsack.
Ken Knapsack.
What do you think of Pacific Rim? Give us your Pacific Rim in 20 seconds. I see Ken's number coming up. Give me 20 seconds.
I think that it started out well. The middle was great, but the finale wasn't quite as exciting as the fight in Hong Kong.
I agree. Started from the bottom, now we're here.
Kind of lowered when you left the theater.
I agree with you, dude. I agree with you. Hey, thanks for the call, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Hello. Started off skinny,
Hello.
now you fat.
Ken Knapsack is
this is Schmelville. This better be Ken Knapsack.
Hey, Wild Man Josh Macuga. Hey, is Toad Hop still standing, or is it you guys burned it to the ground?
Nope, it's
We
on
burned it.
fire. Johnny Ice is smoking in the ashes as we speak.
Ken, we're doing the podcast from my car right now.
Yep, that guy just hit it again.
Yeah, is that okay?
Jack?
Oh, wow. I don't know. There's a whole lot of talk over here. You need a good producer to guide you through that. Hey,
Hey, shut
How
up.
are you doing?
I received some tweets that you guys did an impression on me live on air.
We did. I did.
Oh.
I tried to do a Ken Knapsack for the news.
Josh
Ken.
Macuga did it? Oh,
Yeah.
it probably sounded horrible.
It was absolutely terrible.
It was even worse than his John Lovitz.
Yeah, it was on par with my John Lovitz.
All right. Well, hey, I just want to give you guys an update on Comic-Con. It's spectacular. Mark Ellis has 6 women wrapped around his arms. Christian's in the bathroom doing blow-a-thumb and peg. It's an outstanding evening.
Oh, wow.
No big scoop yet coming out of the con, other than women like to play with Ellis's harp. We already kind of knew that.
Yeah, no, that happens here in L.A.
Let me give you to the boss.
Uh-oh. Is this who I think it's going to be?
Oh, yo, this is Garrett Busey. I'm here talking about Comic-Con.
Oh, my God. Excuse me, Mr. Busey. No. We were hoping that Christian Harloff would get a hold of you. We wanted an exclusive interview. Mr. Busey, how was your time there in Comic-Con?
It's an exciting time. I dressed myself up as a tree and let K9 piss on my leg.
Oh,
while I was here.
That's
met an alien.
So you're cosplaying as a tree. Are you like a Lord of the Rings tree? Are you like Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy? What kind of tree are you?
please stop talking your nonsense while I'm trying to speak. I also am talking about other things.
Oh, sorry.
I have met an alien here, and he is from a planet called the Mac of Bell. Here he is.
Okay.
Hey, Willie!
Oh, Christ.
Oh, my God. Alf, we thought you had we thought you had 6 girls wrapped around your arms there. What's going on? Did you take a break?
6 cats, my friend. 6 kittens wrapped around my calf muscles.
Hey, Alf, little birdie came in my ear and told me that you had your own panel this weekend. What's going on? Is there going to be an Alf reboot, an Alf the movie? Is it Alf going to be in the
Willie, we're just talking pussy.
Stephen Alf.
Steven, hey,
Started Comic-Con.
Hey, Alf, how much are you getting more action than Simon Pegg, or is it pretty much par for the course for you?
All the action's going right up my nose.
All right.
Perfect.
All right. Comic-Con is really getting kind of dangerous now.
And they hung up.
They hung up.
They hung up.
No sex happens at Comic-Con. No sex happens at Comic-Con.
No sex is happening in that room. Not with 3 boys sharing a bed.
Every time I think of Comic-Con, this is kind of funny. A good buddy of mine was in the Olympics 2 Olympics in a row, and he said when you walked into every Olympic Village dorm, there was just a bowl of condoms.
Oh yeah,
right everywhere. Just like condoms everywhere.
What?
And
they were all from Michael Phelps.
Yeah, they were all, he wasn't. He was jerking off in them. He wasn't using them. And so every time I think of Comic-Con, I think of like the Olympic Village, but with no action. Where everybody comes back and they're like, "Your costume was really good tonight.
Zero action.
Like, you guys did really good stuff." And here's Ellis talking as Alf. Christian drunk as Gary Busey, and if you notice, Ken's voice tone as he's drunk goes higher.
Oh yeah, like, I barely recognize him.
Really well,
that was a
guys.
drunk
It's
Ken.
a lot of fun, and we're having a great time, and I'm a good producer. Shut up.
Another great impression.
Thanks, dude.
It sounds like they're having a lot of fun, and I kind of wish I was there now, but not really.
The only person who gets laid at Comic-Con is like Stan Lee. other than that, it's just not going to work.
You know, I was having that.
It's like over there.
Yeah.
But 9 out of
I'll tell you, the Star Wars conventions with the trilogy in 30 minutes, I saw some pretty good Princess Leia.
Really?
Man. Oh my God!
You know, a lot of those are hired, right?
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
That makes sense. Okay, that's probably why.
Yeah,
because then I definitely saw the ones that are like, lady, no.
Yeah. Well, those are the ones that get hit by cars.
Yeah, of course. Even dudes walking around as slave Leia, and I'm like, dude, put it away.
Correct.
Please.
We talked about this on Threes too much, but if you were gonna try and hook up with one female superhero at Comic-Con, who would it be? Who would they be dressed as?
Supergirl.
Oh, I thought you meant actual comic book character.
Yeah, I know.
I was thinking like Mystique. You could have your choice. It's like a buffet. What do you want every
well
day?
said, JTI. What I'm saying is,
that's where I thought you were going.
One of these girls down there hanging out. She's not actually Mystique.
Yeah.
Take it easy. There.
A guy could dream, okay?
Yeah.
Hey,
obviously.
Hey, I was just wondering.
Hey, do that thing. Do that thing.
Sonya.
Can you change into Kathleen Turner for me?
In Romancing the Stone, not in.
I know. No, not Kathleen Turner now, but Kathleen Turner Romancing the Stone. Can you do that? Oh, okay.
Kathleen Turner Overdrive.
Kathleen Turner now is like officially has grown a penis. Apparently,
I think she has.
JTI would walk up to an actual Princess Leia and be like, so what was Jabba the Hutt's lair like?
A little bit higher on the voice next time.
A little bit higher.
So the schmoes are definitely having a good time.
Guillermo
down in
del Toro
Comic-Con.
over here.
Yeah, there's Alf down there. There's Guillermo del Toro down there. There's
We're buds.
lots of Alf doing cocaine in the bathroom.
No, there's no drugs at Comic-Con apparently.
No.
It's a drug-free zone apparently.
drugs.
Well, you can take the pill from the Matrix.
Yeah,
you can take
the Jesus juice.
The Jesus juice.
Yeah, from Michael Jackson camp. Then you could also take. They have the Red Bull. And Four Loko.
Oh
obviously.
yeah, definitely, obviously.
Yeah.
Let's get some. Do we have any top tweets?
We do. We have the top tweets of the night.
Okay, let's hear from them.
And I got them right here, and I'm going to read the first one. This comes from Joseph Hemmings.
Joseph Hemmings.
JPH29 at JPH29.
Okay.
T-shirt.
It said if they took Elba's mustache. They could have used it as a weapon of mass destruction. And this was in reference to Pacific Rim. I like that tweet.
It was a very hipster mustache.
It was.
Yeah.
So JPH29.
You're in the running, my friend.
Was he trying to be Billy D. Williams?
Yeah.
You are in the running for a bunch of swag from Magic Hat Brewing Company.
Yep.
Next one comes from Matt Brown. Brown,
my main man, Matt Brown.
Matt
love
Brown.
that dude.
Yeah,
he's
man,
a great guy.
and he's a big vocal guy here in Schmoville, and I tried to be honest, I tried to look past you, my friend, because I wanted to give other people a chance, but
sometimes it's just too good.
But when he wrote this, well, if I wrote a movie, it'd be called The Life and Times of Bobby Finstock.
Oh,
it would be 2 hours of Finstock talking about stuff.
There you go. Well, I got another story. It's
there we go.
It's very Comic-Con orientated.
That wasn't necessarily a cue, by the way.
Mattel. Mattel.
It's Finstock's world. We're all living in it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Mattel,
We're just a squirrel trying to get a nut.
There's a doll on life support, and it's the Barbie doll. It's on life support now.
Okay.
And Mattel, some genius over there put it's a goth Barbie that's out now. It actually comes with
my high school girlfriend.
It comes with a trench coat, 2 placebo effect Oxycontins, and then if you don't pay attention to it for 2 weeks, it goes into like a train wreck thing, and it threatens to commit suicide over spilt milk.
Does it come in a Slipknot album box?
Yeah. I think it does.
Cool.
It's got its own makeup and it's ill-fitting clothes, and the doll's breast runs into its belly. It's pretty interesting stuff.
Well done. I'm really excited for Goth Barbie. I like this idea.
I really don't care.
I like that. I like that.
I just don't
next
care about
tweet.
anything.
My favorite music's the kind that doesn't really play music.
Yeah, it speaks in low volumes too, low decibels.
My parents don't like one another, but they're still married.
Yeah.
And I hate my Land Rover my dad got me for my birthday.
I got a gun I got a gun under the seat.
Goth Barbie.
I drink absinthe.
I eat hamburgers simply so I can tell cows to go fuck themselves.
With no cheese.
This is great. No, guys, please keep going with this. This is good.
What's the next tweet, Riley?
I saw Maryland.
This is great.
Good. Next tweet. Next top tweet.
The next tweet. No, I was literally asking you guys to keep going because I lost it. So please keep going.
I'll say this.
This room's
All right.
too bright.
It's true. There's a goth Barbie, and it's saving the Barbie revolution.
The Barbie franchise is up for grabs,
Pick it up
and
a Hot Topic.
Finstock is there to pick up the pieces.
Somebody at Mattel made a wise decision.
Yeah.
It's surprising that in all this maelstrom of terrible moviness, there hasn't been a Barbie movie.
There's been a lot of
can't find an actress.
straight to video ones, right?
Just build an actress out of just take a blonde in Hollywood that's good looking enough and just build her into Barbie, basically.
Yeah. Well, Reese Witherspoon tried to do it in Legally Blonde-ish.
Yeah.
That's sort of Barbie.
What, like it's hard?
Yeah, it's
I know a lot about Legally Blonde. I know way too much about Legally Blonde.
What's up with your... He's not even in the right jurisdiction. Who is... What?
Watching Legally Blonde with a girl will get you laid, though.
Oh, without a doubt.
Let's talk about the top 3 panty dropper films of all time.
Yeah, go.
1, Basic Instinct, obviously.
Done.
2,
Mannequin.
Mannequin's great.
2, 9.5 Weeks.
Okay.
And 3, Titanic.
Well, okay. There you go.
Okay.
Panty dropper movies. JTI, go.
Notebook.
Done.
That's the only one I can think of. Dirty Dancing.
Dirty Dancing. Yeah, that's in there for sure.
Back in the old days.
Yeah.
Panty dropping movies.
The only one that's ever worked for me.
The ones that you can pop in for the ladies and they will be like, I love this movie.
Empire Strikes Back.
Empire Strikes Back.
Well, obviously, that's
I'm talking movies that once they see the credits, they're basically going to
soundtrack.
work. Yeah.
Pretty Woman.
Yeah.
Pretty Woman.
Absolutely.
Obviously.
Woman.
Absolutely.
If you can associate with Pretty Woman, you shed a little tear at the end.
Absolutely.
You know?
Oh, yeah. I got confirmation the other day at the hamster store. Richard Gere is absolutely true.
Get out of here.
Yep, confirmation the other day.
There's still hamster
It was
stores?
a gerbil.
Whatever it was. It was a hamster. He moved up.
Oh, okay.
Lord.
Okay, listen. If you can't make out with a girl in the Notebook, as Christian is, and we've all said, you're an idiot. It's the most romantic movie. Nicholas Sparks has basically proved to all men that what he has written is basically impossible in that movie. It's just not.
Yeah.
I wrote you every day. He no guy would write One day you would get too drunk and get hungover, and you wouldn't make the mailman, or you wouldn't make it to the post office in time. I'm sorry.
Well, if you
just
watch The Notebook, I mean, basically,
and you run out of words.
I don't even watch The Notebook with chicks anymore because, like, the last time I watched it, some chick got pregnant. I didn't even have sex with her. So
yeah,
like really
weird.
That's the
right?
bad thing that happens with The Notebook.
We got a third top tweet for the running. You had one, but you lost it?
Yeah, we do. It's coming up.
I got another crazy story.
Yeah, no.
This thing is going. All right, here's what we want to do. Iceman had mentioned it before. All right, listen. You have one movie character, female, because it's all dudes in here tonight.
Yeah.
One movie female character that you had a crush on, and you still have a crush on to this day from one movie. Who do you take? Who is your...
Start with somebody else. I got to think about this one.
I want to start with Ice.
I still racking my mind real quick. Shit. From any time?
Any time, any movie.
Oh, you know what? Okay, I got to go Batman, 1989.
Nice.
Vicky Vale.
Vicky Vale.
Played by Kim Basinger.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
You know, one time my mom was yelling at my dad, and he walked in the family room. My dad would usually say, "Just be a priest," and he'd walk upstairs, right? And he came in, he's like, "Your mother's no Vicky Vale." Incredible. It was amazing.
There you go.
Good. Yeah.
I got mine.
Good.
I got mine.
Go ahead.
Roller Girl. Boogie Nights.
Oh,
you know why?
done.
Because
well
nothing's
done.
off limits.
Well done.
All three orifices. and armpits.
Yep.
Since I was a kid, loved the movie Karate Kid.
Ooh.
And Elizabeth Shue in that movie is freaking adorable.
She is.
So
I had a crush on her, and I still to this day. If I saw Elizabeth Shue, I'd still try to hit her.
I've seen her in person. Great ass. Great.
Yeah.
It's easy for me. It was my first crush. In it, Princess Leia.
Yeah.
Okay. But everybody's like, "Oh yeah, Slave Leia." No. Sorry, Princess Leia in Hoth gear. Holy shit!
Yes.
That moment when you see Princess Leia in the ice corridors on Hoth, and she looks over her shoulder at Han as he's getting ready to leave. I fell in love, my friends. It was very good.
I kind of want to punch you in the neck for being so nerdy, but I love
it. It's like,
I love it.
I get it. No, I get it though. It's like he rips off the layers of clothes. Yeah. It's like making love in the ice and stuff like that.
Melt the
something
ice. About it. It was just like she's in ski gear. You know, she's like kicking ass.
You know, wintertime when you see like a girl in jeans and a sweater and she just looks. Oh yeah, it's so good. Mine
like
for me,
turtleneck.
Amanda Beckett. Can't hardly wait.
Ooh,
Jennifer Love.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Jennifer Love.
Really?
Can't hardly wait. All right, we got top tweet of the night.
We got the third top tweet of the night comes from Andrew Cabral.
Okay.
And he says, "Smartest thing Netflix has done is develop original series. It has expanded the brand." I thought that was a very good, insightful tweet.
Very good.
It's very true in my opinion. I think that Netflix.
All right, read the top three tweets before we end because we got to end real quick.
Yeah, we got. We're going to announce this tweet. We got one more winner of this Schmoes Know podcast. Who you know? So
Alex Welch, contest winner number 4.
Yes,
you're going to send us Facebook, message us. All your information, you're going to get a free Ripped Apparel shirt.
Alex Welch, well done, my friend. Thank you for the comments for how well
Welch.
you know Schmoes Know.
And top tweet of the night, everybody go. Go ahead.
Yeah, the third. So we have top tweets of the night. We have from Joseph Hemmings. If they took Elba's mustache, they could have used it as a weapon of mass destruction.
Done.
Number 2, Matt Brown. Well, if I wrote a movie, it would be called The Life and Times of Bobby Finstock. It would be 2 hours of Finstock talking about stuff. Okay, number 3, Andrew Cabral. Smartest thing Netflix has done is develop original series. It has expanded the brand. So those are the 3 that we're choosing between.
Okay.
What do you guys think?
Finstock, go.
I'm gonna go ahead and with the Joseph Hemingway one.
Joseph Hemmings. They took Elba's mustache.
No, wrong.
Matt Brown, the Bobby Finstock.
Yeah, that one.
Matt Brown.
Finstock one.
Okay, the Bobby Finstock.
I'll go with the Joseph Hemmings.
Me too. I'm Joseph Hemmings.
Joseph Hemmings. I'm rooting for Joseph Hemmings as well.
Listen, Joseph, I'm going to follow you tomorrow on Twitter for one full day. You direct message me with all your stuff. I'm going to send you a whole bunch of magic hat swag. Listen, guys, this has been the Schmoes Know podcast. Oh, and
real quick, there's going to be a new video on Schmoes Plus debuting right after the podcast where I'm hosting and I'll be interviewing people from the podcast. I want you guys to get to know the crew just like I do. Look out for that. The first subject is Mr. Mark Reilly.
Mr. Mark Reilly.
That's
guys,
me.
listen, we've had an awesome time
At
tonight.
Bob
From
Finstock.
Mark Reilly, at Bob Finstock,
At Schmoes Intern.
JTI, at Schmoes Intern, at
Reilly Around.
at
You
Josh
guys.
Macuga. Guys, thank you so much for listening. Toad Up Network for Johnny Ice, Mark Reilly, Bob Finstock, Josh the Intern, Josh Macuga, Schmoes Knows. We're out, mother Fs.
Poof.
See ya.